Afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome. Mikey boy, how you doing?
I'm not bad, mate. How's yourself?
Ill, but I'm
Still going, man.
yeah.
Still kicking. It's good enough.
I don't know, the coronavirus. Like, I came off my steroids for COVID pneumonia on Thursday,
Yeah.
and I think it's made me a little bit ill, but it's cool. I'm doing all right.
So your body's now just running on itself. It's going.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
We don't
And,
need
and
no
I've realised
drugs.
how inadequate I am.
I'm sure there must be someone. If you go up to somebody, someone in the street over there, you're only down south by a little bit, mate. I need some steroids to help me with my COVID pneumonia.
Yeah, so you've got any
I've got a
steroids?
fella for that. Yeah. I'll hook you up. Welcome to Gameday Lives, ladies and gentlemen, where we are not promoting in any way taking illicit substances to cure the COVID pandemic. This is Steve. That one's Steve. He's the gaffer. I'm Stang.
I don't like being called that.
Why? What do you want?
I don't know, just like another person.
Well, okay. This is the other person, and I'm Sir Michael of Sealand.
Yeah.
Of our glorious nation. I told you I'd drop it a couple of times for those out there that know what it is. So this is where we talk about Britball, not the Principality of Sealand, and we have plenty of games to go live. The other guy, do you want to give us a list of what's going on then?
Oh mate, there's loads today actually. This is quite a packed game, and I can see on our socials. If you look at Hootsuite, Mikey, I don't know if you have already, but there's a couple of teams tweeting already, which is good. There's a score that's in, or well, half-time score that's in so far, which is 22 to the East Kent Mavericks, 8 to the Sussex Thunderbolts. So that game kicked off at midday. So we got one game underway. Very excitingly today, we do have a live stream. Not us, obviously. We don't have a live stream because we don't live stream. But there is a live stream to watch, and that starts at 2, and that's the game between the Sandwell Steelers and the Leicester Falcons. So looking forward to that. I'll have that on. I will be watching it, and I will be giving you guys updates. Obviously, people might want to just watch that instead of watching us, but that's fine.
The difference being is you have, as it's 7 monitors, so you can watch it all. I have one. I have this right here. This is all I have. But Steve, not the gaffer, has 1 million because his setup's like NASA. It's awesome.
No, I've got four screens normally, which sounds excessive, but my laptop's got 2 screens, so it's like a laptop with 2 screens there, and then I've got 2 bigger screens, and then I've also got my laptop down here, a separate laptop for work that I'm going to do the streaming. I watched the live stream on because I didn't want it to interfere with the broadcast. So technically, I've got 5 screens. But
I have a laptop
machines.
and a phone.
Oh yeah, 6 screens with my phone. And I've got an iPad there. I could turn that on if I needed to.
Why not?
And I've got a spare. Which I'm not using today, but I've also got this. This is a spare screen. It's a standalone screen that I can just plug in, and so I can have an extra screen. Not really necessary in my office, but it's like when I've just got my laptop and I can set it up, so I've got like 2 screens next to each other. Well, 3 because I've got 2 screens on my laptop. But yeah. So anyway, I do like additional screens. It makes things easier. But enough about me.
Welcome to PC World, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking screens, but yeah, let's have a little rundown on the games we've got live. I was going to say, do you want me to rattle them off for you, darling?
I was going to pull up on screen the games that we've got today, like the Week 8 contact games, and then we can go through those. Should we have a look at those?
You can, because you've got 1 billion screens. I just flip over to your Facebook page.
So these are the games that we've got today. Let's go through them, Mikey, and let's have a chat and see if you've got any. I like to do predictions for them.
I know. I didn't kind of comment on this last time, but out of all of us, I was the only one that said EKP would beat the Wolves. I'm just having that one.
Well done.
I was the only one that said it, so I'm claiming something for that.
Yeah, good for you.
Thunderbolts first. Thank you very much.
This game's already
Thunderbolts.
underway, and the last score update we had was 22-8. I mean, I think we know the way this one's going to go.
Would that be to the Mavericks?
Yeah. Next game. This is a great game, this next one. So, the Sabres and the Spartans, if we look at them, the Spartans have lost one game. The Sabres are undefeated at the top of Southeast. And the game that they lost was a 1-pointer between these two teams. So, this is a banging game.
Sweet.
So
Well, let's hope their offenses are awake today and they score more than 8 points.
So, genuinely could go either way, this game. Genuinely, this is a quality game. I think it was for me. That was a contender for game of the week. Not that I don't pick the game of the week. The Breens do, but when I saw that, I was like, that's a cracking game in that division.
Tell the Breens that they were wrong. It's all right.
I do tell him.
Live on TV. Sorry, guys. That was clearly the game. Sabres Spartans. Which one
game did they
now?
pick for game of the week? Actually, I can't remember.
Oh,
let's have a look. Maybe it'll jump out at me. No.
I can't remember.
I think
So
it was.
do you want the Sabres or the Spartans on this one? But
So you're going to go Spartans, yeah?
you know what? I've once played for them. Not these Spartans. A different, now defunct Spartans. But God bless them. So I'm going to go Spartans.
Okay, cool. I'll go Sabres then. Are you writing these down so we can check later?
Yeah, I have my handy dandy post-it notes. Boys and girls, this is how technical we get. I have a list of post-it notes that later on, when we get to about 5 o'clock and all the games start rattling off, I can go, because if I try and put them on an Excel spreadsheet, my laptop will probably crash. So who's next?
The Wolves Tigers. Now these two teams haven't played each other for years, and the Wolves lost their opening game of the season against EKP, as we know, 14-0, and we haven't seen the Tigers play. Really tough on the court.
I've got to go Wolves. I mean, I've
you
got a lot
gotta
of
go
pals
Wolves?
that play.
Right,
I just think they're a classier
I'm going
player.
Tigers then.
You're entitled to your opinion, but your opinion is wrong.
What do you mean? I'm just. You can't tell me my prediction's wrong. It's a prediction.
I can, because I'm going for the Premiership team. I know there's a lot of good lads
Fair
that
enough.
play for the Tigers,
Yeah.
but I just think that the Wolves are a slightly classier.
And the Tigers have got that nice culture there, like their connection to the Uniball team, like they're probably one of the most proud set of players to play for a club in the whole of the UK.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I love that passion. I love the fact that these guys just live and breathe the club. So I'd love them to win.
I want the Tigers to win. Make no buzz about it. I want them to win, but I just think Edinburgh will win, which is
Fair enough.
a shame. So who's next?
Northampton, Lincolnshire. So let me just get those up. We can have a look at. So I think these guys, have they played each other yet? Let's see. No, they've not played each other yet.
No.
So Northants are currently 1-2, and Lincolnshire are 0-3. So there's actually not much between these guys.
I was going to go Knights.
Well, great, because I wanted to go the Bombers because I really like the way they've been on social media. They've been great chatting to us. So yeah, okay, cool. It's good that we're splitting these these games. Okay, cool. So let's go. And then we've got the Alphas and the Caesars. I can't see past the Caesars here. The Caesars are sort of heading up that league, playing really well. They gave a game to the Titans recently, and didn't obviously they lost, but they stayed in it for a while. So yeah, I can't see the Alphas doing much of the Caesars today.
No, I would like them to. There's a lot of good eggs that play for the Alphas, but you can't look past the Caesars. They're a quality outfit. So we're having that one together.
Oh,
I'll write it down anyway, just in case we're both wrong, and we could just declare ourselves dicks live on Gameday Live.
This one, I as much as I say this every time the Steelers play, I've got a lot of admiration for them, but I just think they need to rebuild a bit before they start getting results, particularly against opponents like the Falcons, I think the Falcons are going to take this one.
Yeah.
And I think
I'm
quite
not-
convincingly. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be a 1 or 2 score game. I think it's going to be, 3+. I'm just trying to find what our game. I should know what our game of the week is, shouldn't I? Our game of the week is the Hertfordshire Cheaters and London Blitz B. That's the game of the week. Okay, cool. Right.
Fair enough, because there's no London Blitz A this week. COVID.
No, yeah, that's right. That game got postponed because of a
Blitz
single
Warriors.
COVID case, which is.
I mean, you know firsthand how devastating COVID can be, but
yes,
it's just if you have one, why not just lateral flow everybody, and then let the games go ahead?
Well,
but
that is,
that's just.
Do you know what? That's a good point, Mikey. Because if you compare the way that the Blitz have handled that to the way that the Oxford Saints handled the same situation about 4 or 5 weeks ago, they did lateral flow everyone. They made sure people tested before they travelled because it was an away game. And they played the game. They lost their game because they had depleted squad. It's
But still, they had a game.
I don't know, it's interesting because it's sort of like, can you argue with it? Can you argue with the fact that they're trying to protect their players, or is it another shithouse thing that they're just hiding behind?
I don't know, and I wouldn't like to speculate. I like a lot of players off the Warriors. I like a lot of players off the Blitz, but you would never want to say that the Blitz were like ducking out of a game with them.
Yeah.
But it does seem odd that one case has completely shut the game down. But again, we're allowed our own personal opinions, and my personal opinion is, dudes, just play. It's fine. Sorry, moving on.
Right, Ipswich versus the Gladiators. I think this game's fairly evenly matched. Let's have a quick look at the. Let's have a quick look. So Ipswich, they're currently 3-1. The Glads are 2-1. Have they played each other? No. So this is the first time they're playing each other. Let's see like opponents. Who have they both played? Ouse Valley.
They both beaten Ouse Valley.
Yeah.
Up the Eagles. Not as good as the Seahawks, but we're not allowed to mention those guys yet.
This one's a close one. I'm going to go for the. I could feel myself going for either team. I quite like both of these teams.
You pick one, I'll pick the other. One of us is going to be right.
I'm going for the home team then. I'm going for the Cardinals.
Okay, I'll go for the Gladiators. They're clearly the better side.
Devils Cats. So on paper, this one, Cats. They're the strongest team in that division. They're high flying. Yeah. They're probably overachieving the Cats at the moment. And they're knocking on the door to be in the power rankings, the top 10 teams, right? Like so, but then also you can't discount the Devils, man. They're a good team, and they're playing at home.
I can. And
so you going
Cats all the way?
You're going for the Cats. I am going for the Cats as well, but I think this is going to be a closer game than. But the problem is with the Cats, a lot of their games have been close, so they do need a blowout. They need, if they want to get into that power ranking, they need to start creating separation, and winning games in the first half, all that sort of stuff. And I don't know that they're going to be able to do that against the Devils today. I think they'll beat them. I don't think it will be a massive convincing win, but we'll see. Watch them put 60 on them.
I was gonna say I'm gonna put that in the notes.
Yes,
Steve Cats, but not a convincing win. So when they win 100-0, I'll go. Told you they'd win.
Yeah. Just prove I know nothing and should shut up.
I love this.
Right, the Exiles and O's. I can't see X's and O's. It's the X's and O's boys, and I can't see past the Exiles here, man. I think this is going to be good because I think this is the first game of the Exiles we're seeing against different opponents. Because we did see that they played the Blitz twice, and they played the Warriors once. Sorry, I forgot about the Warriors game. They played the Warriors twice. So this is the first time they played out of the top 2, if you like, and I think this is them establishing that they're number 3 in that I know. This isn't the proper London division, but it's pretty close to it, right?
It's not far off.
But I actually think that they're. It'll be interesting to see because the Blitz beat the O's 36-0. I don't know that the Exiles can beat the O's by a similar scoreline, but I think they will beat them. And I think the O's will score. They're good for a couple of scores, but I just think the Exiles are gonna take the W on this one.
Fair. I'm just looking down the list there. It's hard to argue against you, but you know what? I'm going to anyway.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Olympians just
Cool.
to mix it up, just because I'm feeling fruity like that.
Good on you.
Again, this goes in the little list and we look at these, ladies and gentlemen. We look at these at about 5 o'clock and see which one of them is a massive whopper. It's going to be me.
What's the worst prediction of the day?
The guy that's been doing this sort of thing forever, or this chump. Hi. So Northumberland Vikings versus Darlington.
This is Vikings. This one, man. And I love the Steam. I love them. Like as a club, they're solid. Do you know what? They're a club I'd love to play for. Just because of the way they are as an organisation, they're brilliant. The Vikings are class. The Viking in that division, they're just fantastic. So yeah,
it's terrifying.
Yeah. I'm fairly sure it's their defense that's pretty formidable. I've heard like different murmurs around them, but I can't see past them today.
No, I'm with you on the Vikings all the way. I mean, like you say, I've got a lot of time for this team. I think they're a lovely bunch of fellas, but good luck. Who's next?
So Humber are having a good season, right? So they're 3-1, which I don't know that I've ever known them to have a winning record, right? In the whole time I've played Britball. They're 3-1. They're getting some good wins in, some good results in, and they're playing against the bottom team in their division, the Nottingham Raiders, who are 0-3. Not only are they 0-3, they've got a minus 105 point score deficit. So they've only managed to score 8 points this season across 3 games, so less than 3 points a game, and they've conceded 113. So I think again, Humber are an overachieving club this year based on what you would have predicted them to do. You know, and again, I don't mean that as like an insult. I think good for them; they're doing really well. Nottingham are just they're just not firing.
You see, I love how you come into this, but you know, you're obviously doing it for the show. You've got to explain both sides of the game and all that sort of stuff. I would have just gone straight in with a big size 12s and say, Humber all the way. They're going to smash these poor gits to pieces.
It's true though.
I remember when Humber came into the league with their horrendous red and green kits, and now they seem
the Christmas tree one, the Christmas tree kit. Yep.
Oh, blimey! But they seem to be. I mean, I know Mikey Gray has played for them, and they went through a period of just they had loads of people just turn up and play for them, but they seem to be a solid outfit now.
I love that.
So
like, it's great to see these clubs like just start to click and move forward and progress. And there's probably about 5 or 6 this year that are doing that, and Humber are definitely within that crowd. You know, like the Chester Romans. For me, Chester Romans are like they win this year. Like they're the 2021 champs. Like they just put in Merseyside. You know, when I say to the sword, they didn't really put them to the sword. But competing with a Premiership level and one of the better Premiership level teams, going toe to toe with them and you know giving them a real scare twice.
They were winning. They were winning up until
they were
to go. Yeah. And you're like, you know, Mersey, you're kind of looking at them, and again, I've got pals there. You've got Pete Hogg and Craig going, Danny Bar. That would have been the most awkward conversation ever if Chester had rolled them and just gone, what happened there? But again, Chester have just come in. They've been fantastic. Good on them.
Yeah, love them. Right, okay. So then we move on to Leeds and Donny. Hashtag pray for Donny. We like Donny. Now, I'm fairly sure that Donny beat Leeds the last time they played.
Really?
Yeah, there you go. 42-13 in week 6.
Wow. Well, I'm all for Doncaster anyway.
I'm going Donny as well.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I like Leeds. I think they're a solid club, but I'm going to go Donny. I can't see them, a swing back the other way from a 42-13 defeat to come back the other way in the reverse fixture. So I think Donny have got this one.
Yeah, which is nice because Donny have historically always been one of the top teams. It's only recently they've kind of nosedived and they're like, oh no. But they could win some games.
This one feels like an associate team playing a Prem team, and I love it. And it's not.
Well, it is, and that's the sort of thing with this season. I mean, we've just said how the Romans ran the Nighthawks so close. The Nighthawks are a Prem team with some boss players, and Chester ran them so close and only just lost it. And now they're going to play Lee.
Yeah.
So I know the guys that are doing the Schmeider Cup medical events, guys. The events medical team are up in Lee. I think we've got some gold packs. This is going to be a kicking. My old club, Chester Owens, that one all the way.
So we're probably going to see a running clock before half time.
In fact, I was going to say this one a little bit better. A running clock, what quarter?
Oh, second. Yeah,
second quarter.
Running clock.
I'll go first.
No.
Okay, I'm just thinking because
they'd have to score. They'd have to score on all three sides of the ball. Like, not that that's impossible, but
I think it's doable. I'm got. You know what? Running clock, first quarter.
Okay.
You heard it here first,
man.
ladies and gentlemen.
But I think Chester. They're a class above a lot of teams, particularly a team that are just coming into the league and just forming. Nothing against the Lee Miners. They're just. Yeah, it's just a long road for them. I don't even know that the Lee Miners will even qualify. Of course we don't know, but they may not even qualify for next season. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm quite interested in seeing the teams that BAF are actually let into the league next year based on performances and structure and obviously people pulling out and stuff this season from the associates. I mean, I don't mean those established teams, but anyway, right, this game should have been played last week, or the reverse fixture of it, but the Sussex Thunder pulled out. I don't know if you remember, but literally at the 11th hour, 9 p.m. at night, the night before, so it's obviously that I don't know. It was player numbers that if I remember rightly. To player numbers, I imagine that wasn't to do with COVID because.
You'd say COVID. It's an easy get out of jail free card. It's I don't fancy this COVID.
Now, one thing I have heard. I'm waiting for a. I said you got to send me a picture of this. So, Coach Ian Ellis, head coach of the Sussex Thunder, is apparently kitting up for this game because to make up numbers and playing. I think they said he's playing on the line, the O line.
What a guy!
54 years old. So I don't like that's. It was sent to me by someone very credible, that I wouldn't question them saying it, But I said, get me a picture and then we'll put it up. So hopefully someone sends one in. So this game, I think I can't see past the Knights. I mean, the Knights had a shock loss to the Bobcats, and by shock I don't just mean they accidentally pulled ahead with with a field goal. Like they got absolutely trounced.
They got smashed.
Yeah, and that which is hard to come back from when they beat them so convincingly the first time. But even given that, I think the Thunder are in a worse situation. It's a case of who's got it worse, and I think the Thunder have got it worse, unfortunately. And it kills me because the Thunder are in a really nice catchment area. They got good setup there. They got good coaches and everything, and I don't want to see them fold. They're on their ass, at the moment it seems, and I can't see them winning today. I can see this one going to the Knights.
Right. Well, you go PA Knights. I'm going to go with the old fella on the offense.
What year is it?
With the offense, with going on the offense, it's the PA Knights. As always has been, always will be. Don't ruin this for me, Steve. I'm going to go for the Sussex Thunder. Anytime there's someone is gonna suit up and say, you know what, lads, I know you're down on numbers.
Yeah,
I know I'm in my 50s. I know my knees are cream cheese. But you know what? I'm going to stick on my Al Concussion Master 5000. I'm going to throw myself in the mix. Up the Thunder. Come on, boys.
Oh, sorry, my live stream's just starting.
So his live stream's just starting.
I can see the Falcons doing the card check. Right, Bobcats, Thrashers.
Well, yeah.
The Prem team, Prem quality team, coming off of a win against the London Olympians. They've beat the Bobcats before. The Bobcats are no joke. Like, you know, they're a good side. They always play hard football. The Bobcats, I played against them a few times. But they're nothing. They're not nothing. They're not a match for the Thrashers.
Is our Ollie playing today?
He should be.
Yeah, we'll get a message to him and see if he can do like or see if he can put his phone in his face cage like that, and he can live stream that way. That is something Ollie De Royce
just filming it while he's throwing him.
Yeah, we'll tell him. Prince Mike said he had to, and he probably would. He's mad enough. But yeah, Thrashers all the way for them. God, good on the Bobcats. But
so down in the southwest, Jurassic Coast Raptors take on the Cornwall Monarchs. Cornwall haven't played for a few weeks now. I can't remember seeing them in a game recently. The Raptors have not endeared themselves to many people with their conduct this season, and I would like the Cornwall Monarchs to win, and I believe they will win.
Head and heart. Monarchs. Why are the Monarchs?
Well, Monarchs. Is that how you want me to say it?
Well, yeah, it's otherwise you may say Cornwall Monarchs. So like,
am I saying? I'm probably. I often say words wrong because I used to have an American accent, and I don't know. Did you know that I had an American accent?
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly, he's got to do the rest of the introductions with his old American accent.
I don't have an American accent anymore, but I did have one.
We got the Jurassic Coast Raptors versus the Cornwall Monarchs here in this ultimate ding-dong on a Sunday afternoon. I think the Monarchs are going to beat this Raptors team with a score of 500-12. God damn it. But yeah, Monarchs all the way. Cool. I'm there in 2 weeks and going to run around there and go up on the Sunday and heckle them because that's the kind of guy I am. But yeah,
right.
Monarchs.
Next game of the week: Hertfordshire Cheetahs versus the London Blitz B. And this one's been interesting because I see the I obviously see the scores because we do the score prediction contest for £50 Amazon voucher, and again there was a swing. Like it was literally like. Some blitz, some cheaters. Some people, a couple of people went for a draw. That's what you want from a game of the week, right? But I just feel like I genuinely feel this could go either way. Like I don't want to discount either team, but I'm not going to sit on the fence. I am going to go for the cheaters,
which is handy because I was going to go for the Blitz B.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
That works quite well. I was like, if he chooses Blitz B, this is going to be awkward. Sorry, it's going to be awkward. Awkward. I'd love to. I need to hear this accent now.
You won't. I haven't had the accent since I was a kid, but I do say words wrong all the time. My missus loves it, thinks it's hilarious.
So do I now.
Yeah.
The Worcestershire Black Knights versus the Birmingham Bulls.
Yeah. I think everyone knows which way this one's going to go. And
the Black Knights are going to roll them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. sorry, no. I'm clearly just talking bollocks. Yeah.
So the Bulls seem to be on one of their... we're in the bottom division, but we're now a good team seasons. That's how they go. Like they'll like decimate Div 2. They'll get to Div 1, they'll beat half the teams, and then like for a half a season, then they'll get smashed and go back down to Div 2 again.
Yeah.
they're and it's awful because man, these guys, the Bulls used to be the team in the UK. You know, well, one of the teams.
Is this
and
when
I'd
you're
love
at
to
the
see
PA
him sort of return to that former glory, but it's probably maybe it's just a bit too saturated up there with all the different teams around there. But Yeah, they're definitely riding the crest of a wave at the moment, which is good for them.
Why not?
And this one probably is going to be another first half rolling clock.
Oh, within the first half.
I'm going first.
I'm going to
half,
say it's going to come out in the second half then, just to mix it up. Rolling clock. It's when you kind of get to this point, you're like, well, otherwise you're just pulling the post down and say, well, we both thought Bulls would win. Well, obviously. So we just make it a bit more.
Let's make it interesting. Yeah. How many penalties?
Yeah, a million. Rolling clock.
Right, let's check some scores, shall we?
But
and guys, if you're out there, or people who are out there, hello, and let us know scores as they come in, and let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about or ask us. Someone has just Tanya has put Thrasher's new transfer from Thunder, Dan DeLucia, who looks related, got 2 picks versus the Bobcats when Thunder played them a few weeks ago. Ready for 2 more this week. Yeah. Thanks, Tanya.
Go on, Dan.
Good. Yeah, go on, Dan.
Up the DeLucias.
So the Essex Spartans are 8-0 up. I don't know who they're playing. Oh, I do know. It was it's the Sabres. So they're actually beating the Sabres.
Because they were the early game.
Yeah. No. They weren't the early game. The early game was the East Kent Mavericks versus the Sussex Thunderbolts.
Super.
Right, so that one's 8-0. Let's put these in.
It's all right. I'm just organising my post-it so I can look dead professional and go, oh, yes. I have many post-it notes because I'm very organised. Do you have post-it notes, Stephen? No, you don't.
No, I'm not as organised as you, mate.
You just don't. You have an old American accent that you won't let the good people of Britball listen to.
Well, I've got an English accent now.
Clearly, that's what the good people want.
That's what people want. Yeah.
Well, we'll give the guys what they want. You know what I mean? And at any opportunity today, I may drop into, oh my God, look at that. That is awesome. Because it's what the people want. There we go. Right.
Right, should we have a look at the some results that we've had? The under-19s, the women's, etc.
Yeah. Rock on. Do you want me to do them or are you going to do them?
Yeah, do you want to do them? And then I'll see if I can find some scores.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll go to the first one on the sheet here is the women's contact played yesterday, the South East Division with the tournament in Hertfordshire. The Hertfordshire Cheetahs 40, Kent Exiles 27. The London Warriors rolled the Wembley Stallions 57-0. The Hertfordshire Cheetahs Wembley Stallions was a 14:30 kickoff. That probably was yesterday. They haven't updated it. And London Warriors 58, Kent Exiles 12. Moving on to the under-19s contact, which was yesterday. The Highland Wildcats beat their Edinburgh Napier Knights 26-10. The East Kilbride Pirates then beat the Highland Wildcats 46-30. And East Kilbride then beat the Edinburgh Napier Knights 47. In the Div 2 Midlands, there was a kickoff. Country Vipers versus the Leicester Falcons. There's no score. Leicester Falcons 0, Northants Knights 14. Black Country Vipers 2, Northants Knights 19. Blimey. In Div 2 South, Solent Seahawks 0, Essex Spartans 7, and then Essex Spartans 42, Somerset Wyverns 0. Solent Seahawks 30, Somerset Wyverns 20. And then we have today in the under-19s contact at 12 o'clock. So that should be there or thereabouts for today. Hertfordshire Cheetahs versus the South East Legion under-19s contact. And we have Div 1 South East, the Kent Exiles 21, the South London Renegades 8. Do you want me to carry on with the under-16s contact, or have you got some scores? Under 6.
I did put a score up. Let me just get it on the screen.
Oh, go on. You roll ahead.
So we've got our first score here. Also, just to let you know, so Samwell have kicked off against Leicester. Leicester have the ball. They're in Samwell's territory, but only just. I think first down. Yeah.
I've just realised something. Steve,
Yes,
how
mate.
do you pronounce my can, mate?
Oh, Monarch.
Superb. For all the viewers.
There's been a safety. I'm just going to get it up and then we'll put it up on the screen.
Oh. Colchester Gladiators scoring the safety over the Cardinals. Good on them.
So that was the team you've backed?
Yeah. I backed the Gladiators over the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So Cardinals. Yeah. Good on them. Getting the safety early doors.
There's been a big interception by
Not a little
40.
One. A massive one.
Mind him on third down for the Northants Knights. Taken to the house, but brought back for a block in the back. The Knights ball. Knights take over on the Lincolnshire Bombers 22-yard line.
Such a shame. It's when you run over and you go, yes, I did a thing, and the ref's going, no, you didn't.
Oh, mate. I remember, do you know what? I can remember we played the Sharks, Cornwall Sharks or Cornish Sharks years ago, and their running back, he must have done like a 70-yard run, and it was class. And he was a little like wiry, like muscly. He had long black hair. He was a right little prick. He was right, like really leery, and he high stepped into the end zone and it got called back. And then they didn't end up scoring the rest of the game. So the only time they scored was him scoring, and he was yards ahead of everyone. You know, like he just busted and ran, and yeah, he high stepped in. So the refs called it back. It was brilliant. It was poetic.
That's the point. You take your helmet off, you take your shoulder pads off, you get in your car, and you go home.
Yeah, man,
the football's not happening for me today. It's just not happening. Not happening.
He was he was livid. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Just because of how much of a little like dickhead he was as a person. It was great.
Don't hold back, you know. Just
no, he was. I just had that like stupid, like I don't know. Do you know what? I don't mind taunting. I don't mind having a bit of a laugh and all that. But he was just like a neggy. Like you tackle him and then he'd be like trying to fight you off of him on the floor. You're like, what are you doing, mate? Like, just go away. You're just an idiot.
Oh, blimey! John Wise has just popped up. Samuel Leicester needs to switch the chains to the opposite side of the field.
They're not on the away side.
I don't know because
that's probably what he's getting at.
If I put any of the live stream things on here, my laptop may explode.
So so we're in the red zone for Leicester, and they just run it in for their opening TD. Number 35 running back. Hold on, they're running out. It looks like there's a fight.
Oh, get it up! Get it up!
What was that? Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is riveting. This is the reaction to the live stream.
Me and the cameraman and everyone else fell for it. They didn't run it in; they passed it, and I bit hard on the fake. So it wasn't run in. It could have been that no one touched the running back. He ran in, but it was number 1 for them that caught the ball in the end zone, but we didn't see it on camera. But Leicester 6, Samwell nothing, pending the PAT.
That's early doors as well. Blimey. Come on, Sandwell. Do stuff. Do football. Yes. Oh, mate, I don't care. I love it. It's a fabulous game. Any other scores, or shall I rattle through the under 16s, I think it was?
Yeah, do the 16s. Let me just get them up on the screen.
Okay. Well, I was just going to...
There you go, mate.
Thank you very much. I'll rattle through from Faceache because it's the easiest one to do. Start off, Yorkshire Assassins losing to Gateshead Senators 54-0. Darlington Steam, Yorkshire Assassins, there was no update on that. Darlington Steam 8, Gateshead Senators 66. In North East B, Frickley Athletic Saints 0, Sheffield Giants 38, Scunthorpe Alpha 6, Lincolnshire Bombers 40. Scunthorpe Alphas 18, Sheffield Giants 54. Blimey. Lincolnshire Bombers 0, Sheffield Giants 34, Scunthorpe Alphas 56, Frickley Athletic Saints 12. Good on the Scunthorpe Alphas. I didn't realise they'd already set up an under 16 team straight away. Midlands A, Birmingham Lions 52, Sandwell Steelers 13. Tamworth Phoenix, Nuneaton Jaguars looks like a walkover for the Phoenix. Nuneaton Jaguars again, walkover for the Steelers. Tamworth Phoenix 32, Birmingham Lions 31, looks like a good game. Tamworth Phoenix 37, Tamworth Steelers 19, just seen at the bottom there. Nuneaton Jaguars pull out, assumed 1-0 walkover wins. In the southeast, London Blitz pulled out, which meant a walkover for Hellingly Phoenix. Kent Exiles 35, Wembley Stallions 14. Hellingly Phoenix 16, Wembley Stallions 6. Hellingly Phoenix 8, Kent Exiles 54. And that is the under 16s so far. Oh crikey. He's got his other screen out.
I'm going to get the other screen out because I'm going to put it. I'm going to see if I can put it on, and then I can show when there's like red zone stuff. So hold please.
That's all right. Message there from Gavin Kirkby. Let's go Alphas and Craig Robertson. Any Wolves update? I don't believe so. Let's have a little look. Nothing on there. Nothing on Hootsuite. No. No, but as soon as it comes in, we'll let you know. So, I have no idea because it's your house, darling. I don't live there. Although I have visited. It's very nice. Yeah. So there you go. No, we're waiting on some scores.
Yeah, there's not many scores coming in, are there? Actually,
no. I mean, the only one that we can really comment on is the Sussex Thunderbolts versus East Kent Mavs, which is the Sussex Thunderbolts 8, East Kent 22. But yeah, we'll as soon as people start throwing them in on the comments.
I'm just going to have a look on here. Instagram's pretty good for some updates actually at times. Let me just have a quick look, see if anyone's done any score updates.
Instagram. See, all I know for Instagram is people posting photos of them or videos of them at the gym or look at what I ate. That's it. So I can't be asked with
So
Instagram.
I do have a score update. The Cats are beating the Devils 6-0.
Well, we both said that because but you said with a slight win. So early on, that this could be an absolute destruction of the Devils, but we won't find out until later on. Stick with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, let me just get that updated.
As I drink some more of my Monarch juice.
Monarch.
Corners Monarches.
I'm annoyed. I can't find my. I'm missing the cable to plug my extra screen into my laptop.
This is the point, ladies and gentlemen, when the Steve unplugs our cable and disappears. And then all you're left with is me, frantically trying to find some scores for you. So, good luck with that. But yeah, well, I'm sure you'll cope with your 5 other screens.
I'll put it on this other screen.
Oh no, you can only put it on the other screen, not the other screen.
It's disappointing, but yeah, it's going to have to go on the other screen.
There we go. So yeah, there's a comment there from Gavin Kirkby. Proud of how far the Alphas have come in 4 months.
Good
It's
special
true.
teams returner. He's taking it all the way. Yeah. Oh no, he fell over. It was a punt return, and he got sort of clipped, sort of spun round, lost his balance, and went down. They're in the red zone, and this is the Leicester Falcons.
Oh wow! Back to the red zone.
Yep.
Oh, here
Almost
we go.
scored.
Message there. Northumberland 6, Darlington 0.
Right,
Early sir. There we go. It's
Thank
all right.
you
This is
for whoever sent that in.
that's Ben Reed.
Thank you, Benny. Bread.
That's him.
I fucking love bread.
They'll be there for the Schmeider and and the slate. Good on him. Blimey.
Have you seen that from John?
I think Sandwell only had 10 on their punt team. Oh no. But the thing is, though,
John's right. John's right. So John said, I think the sticks are on the wrong side. I've just looked and I saw the sticks. They're on the Leicester Falcons sideline. They're supposed to be on the opponent's sideline. So
controversy, ladies and gentlemen.
More Guy Caddy controversy.
That's it's just nonsense. He's just paying people now. He's just throwing scholarships out there willy nilly. Put the chains on this side, and we'll get you in.
Oh
you
mate, he
don't need a visa or anything.
Guy.
He does, and quite rightly so. I told you, I can't hold back. I know you've got to be like a bit more of a politician about this sort of thing. I don't care. Because I could be off this next week. In fact, I am off. I'm working days next week. There we go. Alphas 0, Caesars 3. Mikey Gray. Hey, love. Not there today, but my sources tell me Notts kick for 3 on their opening drive. Smashing.
So, the Caesars have got 3 points? No.
Yep, they've apparently saying...
sorry. I was thinking the Romans. Sorry.
No, the other kind of Roman style mate. Yeah, but I never got that because Caesars are they all meant to be like Julius Caesar? You know, which he was like, you know, he wasn't one of the soldier guys. He was the top chief. So if you had like 11 Caesars,
Caesar is a title.
So isn't that like the top chief then?
So it's like king or whatever. Yeah.
But if you had 10 of them, they're not dead hard, are they?
Well, you've got the Dunfermline Kings.
Yep.
Change should be opposite the Pres box by rule. What's the Pres box?
I'm assuming he means the press box. If they're filming from top down, it's got to be over the other side. I don't know. It's John Wise. He knows all.
Yeah, I know, man. He's the Oracle.
He is.
And recently been named as the Vice President of BAFTA. So, congratulations, John.
Well done. There you go. See?
Press.
I knew what you meant, John. I knew.
Sorry,
it's
John.
all right. That's
right,
all right.
so just to give you an update. So, we've got Trips right. We've got single man in the backfield. Leicester Falcons on their own 19... on the Samars 19-yard line. There's a pass across the middle.
Middle.
Incomplete.
And we're back.
Spartans 8-0. Kick-off return and 2 PAT. Right.
Oh, blimey.
Hold on, I need to start putting these scores in the on the ticker.
On the ticker. There we go. Awful sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's a little, like, kind of dead space. We touched on the touchdown Knights over the Bombers 6-0. And we have 10-0 Caesars. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you don't have producer in the background. We're just trying to smash through what we've got, and you just sort of like. So we look. Well, I want to say I look even more amateurish. You know, I'm trying to try my best. But there we go. Touchdown Knights. Boom, boom, boom. Score up down from the Cambridgeshire Cats. Quarter 1, touchdown pass, number 12, James Horn, to number 81, Ryan Smith. Extra point, William Browning. Good on the Cats.
Here you go, Mikey.
Yo. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's got his witchcraft going. Oh, things are happening.
Samwell have taken over. So they managed to keep the Falcons out, and the Falcons didn't go for 3 points. So now the Samwell that was their first down.
Oh,
so there we go. Right, let me just update some scores here.
You update some scores. Oh, there we go. Bread's live. Chester 14, Lee zip. So, did you say they'd have the running clock in the second quarter? Yeah, I thought it might go up in the first, and I may win that bet.
Hold on, I've just had this 4 minutes ago.
4 minutes ago. Oh, jeez. 21-0. Chester Romans over the Lee Miners. Wow. I'm not going to lie. That is a drubbing. We knew it was kind of going to go that way, but it's always weird when you see it sort of playing out. Actually, kind of you see this live the updates. 21, 28, 35. You're like, oh, good God. So, just
right. Let me.
But yeah,
got? The Cats. Hold on, Colchester 2-0. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? They scored 2.
And we have, oh crikey, oh blimey, have you seen this one from the Nottingham Caesars? Alpha's first snap is fumbled and returned for a 30-yard Caesars TD. Extra point is good. 17-0 to the Caesars over Falfers. Ooh.
The Caesars are 17-0 up.
Yeah. Which is kind of brutal. But yeah, as we come to them, ladies and gentlemen, we will update you, or if there's anything you want to put in the comments. Yeah, we will report best we can. While Steve is doing that, I will refresh my other screen, well, my same screen, and we'll see if we can get you some up-to-date scores. Well, I would do, but so there we go. As we roll through, the Caesars have done that.
Yeah, that's everything up to date, I think.
Super duper. So there we go.
Cats. Oh, did you leave the Cats score out?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, the touchdown pass. Hornter Smith.
Yeah.
13-0 over the Devils. You predicted that might be a slight win.
Yeah. I thought it'd be closer. I thought the Devils would put up a bit of a fight. That's what I sort of said.
Well, I believe there's 2 lads playing linebacker for the Cats, Johnny Hodgson and Russ Paulson. That are just going to be invincible because they're in no way linked to this. We just had this from Craig Owen. Rumour has it Lewis O'Brien is dressing as a matador today against the Bulls. And also just above that, I will do later on, but not just yet. So yeah, we'll. Where are we up to with the Falcons? Are they still 7-0 up?
They're still 7-0 up, and there's like a break in play. I imagine someone might have been injured. I can see the Sandwell head coach Stu is coming over to the sideline for the Falcons. And they're sat around a player. Oh, there's a player sat on the floor. It looks like an injury. Okay, I didn't know. I was wondering if he was going over there saying, "Should we just stop it?"
Just call it. Just call it.
Yeah, we're done now. Yeah.
Everyone in the shower. We've had a lovely day. We've had a nice run out. We'll call it.
It's been nice meeting everyone. And
yeah. I'm sure there's a Tim Hortons around there somewhere. We could go and raid for Timbits. Tim Hortons, support your local Canadian vendor.
Colchester Gladiators at 8-0 up. So they've scored.
Oh, blimey. Glasgow Tigers. Have you seen that? End of quarter 1. 13-0 to the Edinburgh Wolves.
Okay. Let me...
That's all right. Update life. Update. Do witchcraft with your 50 screens. Oh, it's phenomenal. It is like
just-
stepping into NASA. When I did, what was it? Was it a Last Orders I did from there? And I was like, I
Yeah,
have no
that's
idea
right,
where
yeah.
to look. I've
13
fantastic.
0 was the Wolves.
Yes, 13-0. Wolves are beating the Glasgow Tigers.
Tigers.
Tigers. See, which I predicted, obviously. There we go.
You did.
Northants 6, Lincolnshire 0. Northants Knights. Cheers, Mikey Gray, for that one. Protect the fort. We will go through and check all the other bits and pieces. We check these. This is what basically is happening, ladies and gentlemen. We go through all the feeds, all the instas, all that sort of nonsense, so that it saves you a lot of fifth. And hopefully we have a bit of a giggle at the same time doing it. So we can just shout it out.
That is the premise of the show.
Exactly. This is it. See, it's just, Ron Seal right there.
Yeah.
No, we are. End of the first quarter.
Oh,
8-0
Matt, the
to
final.
Spartans.
Oh, we've got a final from the Mavericks versus the Thunderbolts.
Go on.
I want to hear your predictions.
We did.
Give me a score prediction, Mikey.
Oh, crikey. This isn't fair. I want to say Mavericks. Well, they were up 22 something, weren't they? I'm going to say 35-6. I can't remember. How close was I? Higher? Lower?
Higher.
Oh, crikey, oh, blimey. So Mavericks, I presume, have smashed the Thunderbolts to pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we writing this down, or are you... Hang on. 62... Oh, crikey.
8.
Mavericks, 62...
62.
8.
Yeah.
Well...
Oh.
Again, we sort of like, well done to the Thunderbolts for turning up. But crikey, oh, blimey, that was a reek kicking. We are getting this in now. Knights 12, Lincoln 0. We've only had the update from Mikey Gray a couple of minutes ago for that. So Knights seem to be on fire throwing that in, which is absolutely incredible.
Knights
Sorry,
12,
Lincoln.
Lincoln. Right.
Yeah, you're watching live. Producer Steve update bits and pieces while I talk crap right down the mic to you. So that looks. Some of these, I'm wondering if they're gonna rattle them out really quickly. We've not heard anything from the Romans recently. Are they up to 28 yet? I don't know. They've got to be trouncing right about now. Lee Miners are thinking, do we even want to play this game anymore, or should we just go back? Or should we just go back to 8 versus 8? It's a choice that you might want to make, or you might not. But there we go. Let's refresh this. God's Gladiators 8, Cardinals 0. That's the end of the first quarter. We're seeing there 84 Gordon for the Northampton Knights rushes home, 2-point attempt, no good. And yeah, that's all we are at the moment. Cats 13, Devils zip.
No, further down.
There's crikey! Oh, hang on, I haven't moved it. Oh, go on. Do you want me to say it for you?
Yeah,
the Monarchs 6, Raptors 0. My drink today is sponsored by the Monarchs. Monarches. Up the Monarchs, and all the fantastic boys and girls down there that are going to be hopefully looking after me in 2 weeks when I go down there and get confused.
Colchester apparently are 8-0 up over the Cardinals now.
Yeah. Sweet.
Hold on.
Oh dear. Doncaster Mustangs have just tweeted, second play of the game. Liam Sykes fumbles the ball. Leeds get possession on halfway. Oh dear. That's a damn shame to start the game. Hopefully, Mr. Sykes learns from his mistakes and uses better gloves for the rest of the match. and holds onto the ball a little bit better. Otherwise, he's going to have a hell of a day and could potentially take his lid and pads off and consider a sport outside of football. This is live and direct.
Give me 2 secs, mate. I'm just getting Teb set up.
Yes,
He'll be in here.
Ted will be in shortly, and we could. So we'll rattle through the ones that we've got. This is, in fact, I will refresh that. Come on, you know you want to. This is Welsh internet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm impressed that I'm still on your screen. I thought I would have disappeared a long while ago. You know, last year the Welsh only got Steam power, which is great. There we go. Edinburgh Wolves 13, Glasgow Tigers 0, Northumberland Vikings 6, Darlington Steam 0, Lee Miners 0, Chester Romans 21, Northants Knights 12, Lincolnshire Bombers 0, Scunthorpe Alphas 0, Nottingham Caesars 17, Sandwell Steelers 0, Leicester Falcons 7. That's a pause on that game, I believe. The live stream, if anyone could comment. Ipswich Cardinals 0, Colchester Gladiators 8, Norwich Devils 0, Cambridgeshire Cats 13. South Wales Warriors Hereford Stampede is cancelled. Certain Warriors Blitz has been postponed. The Cornwall Monarchies are beating the Jurassic Coast Raptors 6-0. East Kent rolled the Thunderbolts 62-8. Essex Spartans 8. East Essex Sabres 0. And there is a later kickoff for the Hertfordshire Cheetahs London Blitz Blee, which is your game of the week. How's that for you? That do you?
Yeah, it's good.
You like that? Sorry, I come to you just as you put whatever it is in your mouth. I do apologise for that. Well, I would hope it's food. You know, what are you eating? I'm eating gravel.
Just here he is. Is Teb?
He was. Is he? Yeah, there he is.
Hey.
Hello. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm late. Don't drive down the M1. Avoid the M1 at all costs. There you go. It's been interesting to see I have been watching the scores from the division I'm in. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
Did you get on Hootsuite?
Yeah, I'm on it now.
Hey.
Super duper. Look at this. Well, we are firing now.
The Leicester Falcons have just scored a touchdown.
Oh, you've kicked me out of Hootsuite, not going to lie, so this should be quite fruity.
Oh, no. Try and get back in. I'll send you the code.
That's all right. I will send you the doobly-doo. Yeah, all sent, so just ping it over. This is how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. We're not a wildly
I've ruined it. I've ruined the stream by coming in.
But we are trying our damn best to bring you scores live and direct. There we go.
Right, just send you that now, Mike.
Thank you.
Right, I'll drop back to the producer and update all the stuff. Leicester Falcons are 13-0 up. Oh, 14-0 up. And I'll leave you guys to it. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh,
bye.
Let's go. Bye. You keep eating whatever it is you're eating, and it's all right. You know, we'll hold the fort. So, how are you?
I'm all right. You know, I was supposed to be on earlier, but had to go to training. Big game next week, so
that's all right. So, I mean, I've only ever messaged you kind of through FaceAche and all that sort of stuff. So, who is it you play for?
Ouse Valley in the
OVE.
Yes.
Oh wow! Been a while since I pulled on an OVE shirt when we went out to Iceland. For the Exiles.
But yeah, it's Norwich next week. I'd like to get first win of the season.
Oh, you will. I have full faith in that. And it
is interesting to watch the scores come in, especially with what was it, the Colchester game? The Colchester Ipswich game. That's interesting. But we know we're not just here to talk about the East Anglia division. We're here to talk about all.
Well, the big one that I've just seen right there is Miners 0, Romans 28. They've made out to quarter 2. We don't know if that is rolling clock already, but I would imagine that they'll be like, any chance we could speed this up because we don't want to be 100-0 down. James Grieve, 14-0 Spartans. Not the reffing today. Sorry, phone very well. Thank you very much, James Grieve.
I'm happy that you were able to decipher that because I simply wasn't.
That's all right. I just scrolled down to the next comment and it was right there.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah, you had a chance. I could have said that you could have had a chance to look smart. Nah, no, I'm not taking that opportunity.
That's all right. I'm still trying to wait for. Let's see if I can refresh that. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I am currently experiencing slight technical difficulties, but as always, I will do my best for you guys. Wild. Come on, work. You know you want to. Anytime today. We go. Smashing. There we go. I will be able to copy. So, who have you got next week then? You were saying
we got Norwich Devils at home, our last home game of the season.
So we're coming to, well, us with the slate are coming to your back garden, aren't we? To the new pitch at Milton Keynes Rugby Club on the 6th of November, like we did there. Wild plug.
Team Penguin, mate. All you Team Grizzly people, you're all melts. Unbelievable.
Up the Penguins. What's the facilities like there then? Is it good? Is it
it's a different pitch because I know that because our head coach Nick Benning, lovely guy, big shout out. He helped facilitate that for the Slate Cup, or at least so he tells me. But no, it's not our venue, unfortunately.
All right, okay, but it's an.
So I'm going to say now, it's really nice.
Super duper.
It's the best venue ever that you've ever been to.
I like it. I like the optimism there. Big fan of that.
If anyone can find it in MK.
What have we got?
They've got for the Doncaster Mustangs Leeds game. Leeds' first drive ends with an unsuccessful field goal attempt, still 0-0. Interesting game.
Bulls, we've got 3 and out. Alex with a great punch, return to around the BK 30. Still 0-0. Doncaster Leeds. Essex Spartans. It's that man again, Steve Cox, with a 24-yard catch in the end zone. 2-point no good. 14-0 Spartans second quarter.
We've got the Northumberland Vikings 6, Darlington Steam 0. I've not seen anything of what it was, but Pathfinders is such a good name.
Yeah, we used to play there. Milton Keynes, Pathfinders, decent facility. Thank you very much for jumping on there. Where we go. Yeah, Vikings 6, Steam 0. I thought they'd have been pulling away, unless that's a slightly later kickoff, but I would have thought Vikings would have been rolling them by a lot more earlier on. Just going
I want to see. Do the Nottingham Raiders have a game today? Because as I've said to Steve last week, I just have a strange affinity for the Nottingham Raiders.
I don't think the Raiders do.
That's not what I want to hear.
Why? Do you want them to do well?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know why. I said to him, Hard Knocks, Nottingham Raiders. Second week in a row, I'm going to pitch it.
All right, well, fair enough, but no, I don't think they're playing today. So
that's a shame.
I mean, we can put a request in and see if they can put a little run out against someone. But no, so we'll rattle through the scores thread for anyone that's just joining us. Edinburgh Wolves 13, Glasgow Tigers 0, Northumberland Vikings 6, Darlington Steam 0, Lee Miners 0, Chester Owens 28. Actually, yes, I tell a lie. Humber Warhawks. The Humber Warhawks versus the Nottingham Raiders. We've got no scores for it at the time. Bobcats Mustangs, I think that was 0-0 just before. Northants Knights 12, Lincolnshire Bombers 0, Scunthorpe Alphas 0, Nottingham 17 already. Steelers Falcons is your live stream game. It's 14-0 to the Falcons. Colchester Gladiators 8, Ipswich Cardinals 0, Norwich Devils 0, Cambridge Cats 13. Nothing. Oh, hang on. Warriors Stampede was cancelled. Warriors Blitz was postponed. Nothing from the Exiles Olympians, is there? The Raptors 0, Cornwall Monarchies 6. East Kent battered the Thunderbolts 62-8, and Essex Spartans 14, East Essex Sabres 0. And we're 16 minutes away from the London Blitz B versus the Hertfordshire Cheetahs.
Well, here we go. We got a new update. It's we think we did that at the same time. Gladiators 20, Ipswich Cardinals 0. And then there's one for the Doncaster Mustangs game. 41-yard TD from Taylor Umland to Spencer Wybrow. Kick no good. Mustangs lead 6-0.
Good on them.
I have to say the Gladiators Cardinals game. That is Colchester are good. From first-hand knowledge, Colchester are good. I think it's going to be interesting because I'm not entirely sure if they've got one more game against the Cats, but I think as Colchester goes on, it's going to be tricky. We got them in the last game of the season. Unbelievable.
Fair play. So how many more games? How many more games have you got?
3. We had. I think there was Bury Saints. I want to say Bury Saints. They decided not to participate this season for, I imagine, COVID reasons.
Yeah, I know. I think we're on to four teams that have called it quits on this season, which is understandable. Bit of a shame, but is what it is. But we'll do our best to try and keep you up to date, ladies and gentlemen. BT's 100th catch as a bull is just short of a fourth down conversion. Black Knights deep in their home half. Super duper. We're nothing to the team who tried burning the lines into their field. Was it then? I don't know.
Never even heard that story, but that's a good one.
I think that's absolutely fabulous. And if anyone out there knows if Nottingham Raiders try to burn their lines into the field, comment below, because that sounds like a quality Britball story. I'm a big fan of that. Is why not? We're just going to claim this for our own. We're just going to burn it in with some lime or something. Awesome. Oh, blimey. From the Jurassic Coast Raptors, Monarchs, number 94, ejected for blatant personal foul.
Ooh.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. You never like to see that. I mean, I know it can get a little bit tasty, but blatant stuff is a little bit... So, thank you very much. I'm happy with a knighthood for now, but I will take that on board. Thank you. So as we rattle through, hit refresh because it's fabulous. If there's any further details on that from the Raptors, from the Monarchs, let us know what happened. Punt for the Black Knights and another good return this time from Toby. Bulls knocking on the door. I would have thought that was a big old blowout for the Bulls, but it seems that the Black Knights are holding their own. Which is, we've got
a correction. Well, 14 to the Colchester Gladiators. Ipswich still yet to score.
Super.
Even still, my point still stands from earlier. My point still stands.
Yeah, still good. It's all right. It's just Stevie. He's still eating or something, and he just hasn't put it in right. I see you. I see you laughing. It's great. The toilet shovel. What this basically system is everyone, all the bits and pieces are underneath here, so I can sort of see like a blocked out screen. So I know when Steve laughs, he goes, and and you can see it. So we can start saying jokes about him, but he can't do anything about it unless you bring him on. And I'm not going to do that because I know he hates the title, but he is the gaffer. There we go. So as there's anything else that comes in,
we've got another update from the Birmingham Bulls game. 4th down conversion fails for the Bulls.
Yeah.
Black Knights backed up on their own 8-yard line. Brave.
See, it's not. Oh, hang on. We'll come back to that. But 35-0 running clock time for the Romans over the Miners. Yeah, it's that's brutal. But are we in the second quarter there? Because I put down on how my prediction that would have started in the first, but we're actually in the second quarter. So I've lost that bet. Sorry, Stevie, you've won there. I will endeavour to send you obviously one of these in the post, or bring one down next time I come down on. I think I'm coming down on the 12th to invade your personal space. Quarter, yes, Steve. Quarter 2 running clock. Steve was right. Yeah, and he will win his Freddo. I'll nip down to Bracknell and give it to him personally because I'm nice like that. Yeah, and so going through Edinburgh Wolves 13, Glasgow Tigers 0. I would have thought, I mean, it's 13-0. It's not a bad score. It's not a bad, to be sniffing at. But I would have thought Edinburgh being like Prem and being Superfly, I would have thought they were pulling away a little bit more. But 13-0, good on the Glasgow Tigers for keeping in. And you don't know, it's very doable. That's 2 scores and 2 conversions.
It's one of those things that's interesting about this particular season is that there are teams that people think don't have a chance, that still keep in it, which is despite sort of all the faults with this particular season, it has made for some interesting games at the very least.
Yep. And again, the other one that is a bit of a shocker for me is Northumberland Vikings 6, Darlington Steam 0. I mean, good on the Steam. I thought, my prediction early on was that the Vikings would just destroy them, because that Vikings defense is apparently, I've never played them, but apparently it's terrifying. So good on Darlington, unless I'm about to hit refresh and it instantly turns to 50 and then I look like a dick.
Sorry, it literally just updated now on BAFA's website. Final score, right? Bearing in mind we had the last update, we had a Q2 score. Lee Miners 0, Chester Romans 49.
Final score.
Yep, that's the final score. But also,
49?
actually, I don't know how much we can trust this, because it's also got a final score for Sandwell versus Leicester at 7-0. So it's unreliable.
Well, do you know what they need to do, Steve? Do you know what they need to do at Bath? They need to pay someone about 16 grand to do all this, despite having Cricket Pete there, who's on 50. Sorry, I forgot we're going out live. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Awful sorry. I know this is the views of Mike Allen and not Gridiron Hub. Sorry. So getting back to the scores.
Dave Gibbs shared Bafra's news flash. I didn't think they had one this week, so I'm going to have a look at that. I'll drop off and see what that says, and then see if there's anything worth sharing.
That's all right. Let us know, and then he'll jump back in with, and I can stick my foot back in my mouth again. Super duper. It's always fun when you realise you're coming out live and you just cause a little bit of chaos. The world needs a little bit of chaos every so often. If you didn't have chaos and calling out BAFTA for their nonsense, then where would you be?
Well, to be fair, if we didn't do that, then this stream would be very quiet for a lot more portions than it is. But we have a little update from the Doncaster game. They have got an interception, and the Mustangs have the ball back. Bloody
well done, Matt Dent. An update from the Northants Knights. Knights go for it on 4th. QB keep doesn't play out. Links Bombers AFC ball on their own 26 yard. You don't like to see that. A QB keep doesn't play out. He's pulled it, he's run and got snotted. He's like, I can make it, splat. Oh, no, you can't. But yeah, so going back to the other bits and pieces. That's it. I mean, what was the Chester Romans? Was it 49? He said 0.
49. Yep.
We don't know if that's done. Leeds Bobcats 0, but Nottingham Mustangs 6. Just rattling through these. Scunthorpe Alphas 0. Nottingham Caesars 17. Now, I like the Alphas. I like the way they've gone about the business. I like they've gone in, they've brought themselves a youth squad. Their home game setup is apparently, according to Mikey, is fantastic. I don't know. I thought they'd be absolute monsters on the pitch, and then I know there was all sorts of problems with weather. I know there was a depleted squad, but I never expected South Links to beat them. The South Links beat the Alphas. I was like, I thought they were going to be coming in as an established, at least Div 2 level squad, but weird.
No, I completely agree with that. I mean, I think me and Steve discussed it last week how sort of South Links have sort of just come out of nowhere, and I was surprised to see
disappeared again.
Yeah, because I used to do the old uni ball up at Lincoln, so it was surprising to see a little bit with the Bombers. So it was Scunthorpe. I never really had much relationship with the players from there. I knew one person from there, and when he said he was there, got met with many jokes. So I wasn't. So as far as I'm concerned, I thought Scunthorpe wasn't that good. But this week it's going all right. But still South Links.
Yeah, but 17-0 they're down against the Caesars. The Falcons are still 14-0 over
20.
Sandwell.
20.
Oh,
they just scored.
well, there you go. Well, how was that for live, ladies and gentlemen? Straight in there. The 14. Correction. 20.
This link.
Go on, what's happened, Stevie?
This link that Dave Gibbs sent, and I thought it was the case, 2017. It's from a news flash from 2017. So I'm not sure. Dave, let us know in the chat what it is you're trying to point out or get us to look at. I think it's about Nottingley burning lines in the field. Let's have a little look.
Very nice.
Let's find out. Did they burn the lines into the field?
There's quite a long paragraph here, but I'm going to read it out. The field had not been marked using normal field marking paint. Rather, the markings appeared to have been burnt into the field, killing all the grass. The field surface had numerous cracks, which were deep but not very wide, but did not meet the definition of a trip hazard. However, if there is a short period of rain followed by another dry spell, the field surface could deteriorate and turn into a trip hazard. There's nothing. I thought it'd be more descriptive about the burning, but it just goes on to other stuff. But there you go.
Nice.
That was Nottingley in 2017 trying to burn their lines into a field.
But instead of using paint and looking after the grass, they just thought, nah, kill the grass, stuff it. We don't need it. What is grass anyway? Play on mud, be fine.
What is grass?
Play on the concrete. Yeah, who needs grass? We get some emulsion and play in a car park. Bereats. I
do think it's impressive. Just like years of we paint it on the field. No, Nottingham Raiders, they try and reinvent the wheel by burning it into the grass. Very good.
That's just super duper. There we go. Tom Noon for the Doncaster Mustangs takes the next play, 70 yards to the house. Kick his blocks. Mustangs lead 12-0. We're getting half-time there at the Cornwall Monarchies over the Raptors, 12-0. Good on him. Oh, he's disappeared again. Oh, right. Well, sod you. I didn't want you here anyway. Fine. It's just like, oh, he's here, and then he just drops out, and he's gone. Oh, he's gone then. Bye. But yeah.
Northamptonite seems to be creeping on the Bombers. They've got a 1st and 10 on the Bombers' 14-yard line. Come on, Bombers. Come on. Yeah, some of my old coaches used to play for that. Come on, boys. Obviously, they're not watching. I don't know why I'm cheering them on, because they're not. They're probably busy. They're probably quite busy, but still.
They're all huddled on the sideline like that. Thanks, Sebs. Nice one. This is all we needed to punch it in.
Chris said we can do it.
Yeah. And that's it. Who needs a head coach? We just have Game Day Live on your phone, on the sideline. That's it. That's all you need. And we'll spur you through. What a day. What a fabulous day. But yeah, as we kind of attempt to refresh absolutely everything. So 20-0 was that. Was Stevie was saying for the Falcons over the Steelers. That's not. You see, I thought that horribly because there's a lot of lads I love on the Steelers. I thought they'd properly fallen apart, but 20-0 isn't that bad. It's it's not great. Obviously, they're getting beat. But 20-0, it's not like, we're not watching Chester Romans versus the Lee Miners. It's not,
No,
a billion nil, but it's not, it's not too much of a shoo-in. Let's have a little look through this. There we go. 6-0 Bulls lead. Bammy runs in for about 20 yards out. Extra point kick wide. Got to practice those special teams, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, there we go. Bulls lead 6-0. Let's go through the rest. It doesn't look like much of a change for everything, but I'm guessing a lot of these teams will be coming up to half time now, which is great.
Having their orange slices.
That's it. I mean, what we'll do is what's your sort of what do you have at halftime? I'm a big Haribo man.
Well, yeah, due to being on the line, it's normally someone will pass out the Haribo. Someone will, inevitably have the Skittles. All the running backs will have a nice orange slice. Shout out to Roger, offensive coordinator, for bringing the orange slices, cutting it nice and fresh on the sideline. But
I didn't think teams did orange slices anymore.
Well, I'm telling you,
I thought that was
last game I was at. He whipped out the call bag. He saw that knife, orange slices cut perfectly.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's a bit of an odd one, but yeah, we've there you go. Bulls 6, Black Knights 0.
I wish we could say we won that game, because then I would have dedicated it. We would have won because of the orange slices, but alas.
But alas, you did not. The orange slices did nothing for your game, but it may not have been that did it. Cats 13, Devils 6. Sorry, I'm just seeing that thing. David Francis, Northants first and goal. Keep us updated, David. We've got our roving reporters everywhere. But yeah, 13-6. Oh, there's one from tomorrow. Hey, 8-0, but to the PA Knights, which is great. I love saying the PA Knights because it winds Steve up, because he's like, oh, it's not the early 2000s anymore. Just trying to think. Yeah, so there you go. Steve is frantically going to update that in the background as to all our thread for who's doing what on Gridiron Hub. You can check us out on Facebook. We're on we're also obviously live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Because we're that damn good, Here we go. TD Cardinals, 6 Colchester Gladiators, 14 second quarter. The Ipswich Cardinals were the first TD of the game, running it in. The kick is scuffed and the Glads player pulls up in the space, running it back. He's receiving attention on the field. Let's hope he's okay for that. Score is 6-14 to the Glads. 2 minutes 10 remaining in the half. Oh, wow. From the Nottingham Caesars, defense getting another pick. Offense getting another passing TD. 24-0 to the Caesars. Whew. Well, there you go. Caesars not messing about. Their D's on fire. Then their offense can finish it off. I just saw that. Apparently, the Rushmore Knights don't punt, but instead go for it on fourth every time. Discuss. The numbers say you should go for it every time.
No, I've got to agree. Like, don't get me wrong, I can understand why people punt, but if the opportunity's there, obviously, I think if you've just completely stalled and it's 3 and out, punting might be the best idea for you. But You know, if the momentum's there, I don't see why you can't give one more crack.
Apparently, and I don't know this for sure, but apparently they did it, and they were in their like own red zone, like literally like their own like 2-yard line, and they still went for it.
Okay, not that.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know that's for definite, but yeah, that's what I've heard.
Oh, we've got some scores coming in the comments there, Stevie. That's all right. He's disappeared.
I think there's a pick 6 here. Yeah, he's taking it in. Leicester are now 26-0 up.
26-0. All right, okay.
I'm quite interested to see what other people think, actually. Knights.
Well, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you deal with that.
That's all right. No, I was going to say I'm a big fan of. I just like if you're getting stuffed and you're obviously not, firing. If you're on 4th and whatever, unless it's 4th and 2, I'd punt it. I don't know. I'm just of the old school way of just boom it away and try and get it out. Don't give them the opportunity or to bring it back. Just boom it out. Well, there you go. We've got all these bits and pieces. David Francis, Northants, Russian TD, Pat Good, 19-0. Thank you very much, David. Knights, 20, Bombers, 0. Thank you very much, Darren. And Mikey Gray, Alphas, 0, 24. Caesars, 24.
We've got some games we don't have scores on. So yeah, guys, just games we don't have scores on. Humble Warhawks, Nottingham Raiders, Kent Exiles, London O's. But always difficult to get scores out of the London teams. Bournemouth Bobcats, Solent Thrashers, and Hertfordshire Cheetahs, London Blitz B. Although that's just kicked off. So anyway, yeah, just to let you know. So if anyone out there can give us scores for any of those, that would be dandy.
Smashing. There we go. We'll. Oh, sorry. Night. There we go. Let's have a look at this. Knights 19, Bombers 0. Britball games are generally low scoring. Play the field position and make them drive the field. Fair play.
Regarding the whole fourth on issue, there was like a small documentary on YouTube where like American high school coaches. They simply like the kicker's there for the just because they need one, but they'll go for it. They'll go for the 2-point. They won't go for a PAT at all, and they won't punt. And like could be, where the game's going, but the amount of times where games can be sealed with the kick. It's just
it's rolling the dice, isn't it? It's rolling the dice, but yeah. Right, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, see, I think it's what you're saying is different though. That's a different type of gameplay. You're talking about the PATs, right? Not the punts. But I agree with that. I agree. In Britball, go for 2 every time on a PAT, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think there are numbers and stats that back it up that you average more points, so it makes sense, right? But the punt thing, I don't know that I agree with. But then again, I don't know. Like, I'd love to talk to because the head coach at the Knights, Tootle or Pete Fields, I know quite well. I used to play with him, and me and him used to work on the doors together in Farnham. And he's a foot taller than me, so that was always funny. And like he's just a fucking giant, yeah, like he wouldn't. He's a clever bloke. Like he wouldn't make a stupid decision. Like not like he wouldn't like let his ego drive something that would be detrimental to the team. Like so it will like he will know someone, and he knows a lot of like professional and semi-pro coaches. Like so he would have spoke to people and really considered this before making that decision. So I'd love to know like what stats or what is he basing that off of that he's that he's never, from what I understand, because I haven't actually had this discussion with him. It was explained to me. I might ask him this week actually. But yeah, like what got you to the point where you've made that decision, and then also how has that been received by the team? Because you don't want to lose your lose your locker room. You don't want to lose confidence from your players, right? That you're making weird decisions. Like, surely you'd have to sort of explain to everyone, this is why we're gonna do this. This is why we're gonna do it. You need to get behind it. Because the last thing he wants is people muttering on the sideline, "Oh, fuck's sake, should have fucking punted." Like that sort of thing. So I just think it's quite an interesting thing. And the reason I put in the chat to discuss it, because I think it is something like that is worth talking about and understanding more about. But I know that the decision he would have made wouldn't have been like a rash thing. Like, it wouldn't have been like, he thought about it for 5 minutes and then did it. He would have actually consulted with people over this and made that decision. If indeed he has made that decision, like I said, it's sort of conjecture. But I just find it quite interesting. I've never played on a team where it's just been like no punting.
I'd say you've got to have a lot of faith in your whole offensive unit. More so, well, that's the thing, is like I could say that it could be more on the offensive unit, and you don't trust the punter, but it could. But that's not even it. It's just a tactical decision. But before we,
but are you also?
Hold on, let me read out this score. Leeds Bobcats still 0. Doncaster Mustangs
12.
Well, good old Donny.
So, James Grieve said 40-0 at half-time. I don't know what game that is, James. I know he was looking at a couple of games. I can't remember which ones, though. But let us know, James. That high school coach is now the head coach of Presbyterian College, a Dig 1 team. I don't know what that is.
It's good to know what I'm talking about, yeah.
Right.
That was... you're right, Tim. Good old Tim. Love Tim. Yeah, it was in reference to the
cheers, Matt.
High school coach who just... He never kicks. Who never kicked,
right. Yeah, so, I like I said, like, I'm not saying it wouldn't be a winning strategy. I'd love to know about the management of it. But the thing that concerns me, it don't concerns me. I don't really care that much. But, like, what message are you sending to your punter? Like, you'll still need a punter in your team, right? Or do you just not need a punter now? Like, and what message are you sending about special teams? Like, because for me, I was always taught special teams is a third of the game. It's your territory, right? That's what special teams is. It's your special teams puts you in the situations, offensively and defensively. That's how important it is. It defines the game, like the situations of the game. So, like, it just and it just seems so foreign to me that a coach or a team would make a decision to say, and it's not all special teams, obviously, it's just punt, but still a big part of special teams. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. We're going to go for it. I just think it's like quite radical, and I'd love to talk to teams or coaches about it that have installed it, and seen how they installed it, but what was the reaction, and did you ever having like stand up arguments with people and all that sort of stuff? I just think it's quite interesting.
That's like what Dave Gibbs has just put there. If I can get it up.
Never punts and always goes for onside kicks.
Always goes for onsides. That's interesting.
So John Wise has just said the same.
That's a bold strategy.
Who's Kevin Kelly? Who does he coach?
Wasn't that the guy that Tim Edwards says is now the head coach at Presbyterian College?
Is it the same dude?
Him?
Right.
I think so. He's a famous
Now that's bold. Like, much more than never punting. Always on sides.
Play the odds. It's one of those ones of it's been said before. Play the odds and go for it. Oh, he's disappeared again.
I'm going to update some scores. Bye.
Okay, bye. Hi, bye. So, did I miss anything? What's happened? Let's have a little look at that.
Leeds Bobcats, on lovely old Hootsuite telling us about Lincolnshire Bombers have had a punt blocked. Knights have got the ball on the 25.
I've just noticed somebody on the Cornwall Monarchs update. They've just said it's half-time. 12-0 to the Monarchs. TDs from Jamie Carruthers and Joby Wolfenden-Brown. I think that's the same Joby Wolfenden-Brown that's an ex-banger Mud Dog. And I have, Obviously, I coached there back in the day, and you have your sort of little affection for. I have always a affection for the mud flaps as well. Come alive, and there we go. Oop, look at that, all over it. Knights 14-0, extra point missed. Up the PA Knights. Oh, I don't care. There we go. Aaron Sequela TD. Good on him. That is for the Rushmore Knights. It's all right, Stevie. I'll use the proper name. It's okay. I'm only playing. There we go. He's chuckling along in the background. I know I'm dead meat. So yeah, we will rattle. Have you rattled through the scores recently, or shall we do that?
All the scores that have come in recently, we have done. We're hoping that it's half time and there's people just have stopped giving us the scores, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
But yeah, so there we go. Oh, well, there you go. My Facebook has died. So I'll rattle through the scores that we have at the moment very quickly. These are all the adult contacts. We will go through. I will re-update everybody because I did the women's contact before. I'll go through them again in a bit. Edinburgh Wolves 13, Glasgow Tigers 0, Northumberland Vikings 6, Darlington Steam 0. Good on the Vikings, but I would have thought they would have started running away with that a little bit. Chester Romans were having conflicting details. They're saying 35-0, but Baffer is saying something else.
49.
49-0, but who knows? Leeds Bobcats 0, Doncaster Mustangs 12, Northampton Knights 19, Lincolnshire Bombers 0, Nottingham Caesars 24, Scunthorpe Alphas 0, Sandwell Steelers 0, Leicester Falcons 26. Is this the point where Steve jumps in and goes, actually now it's 30 odd? No,
Actually, it's 23.
Why does it say 26 on there then?
I know, I messed it up. I just fixed it. Sorry.
So it's all right. I love how he pops on. Oh, what?
We have got an Exiles and Olympians update.
Hey, Adam Pearson.
No score, but traded interceptions. Interesting.
Wow.
Very
Which
interesting.
is, yeah. We've split ourselves, me and Stevie. Have you got a prediction for that one while you're here then?
I sort of want to give it to the Olympians, but the Exiles have been, they have been doing well, but just I hear it's. I'm one of those people. I hear the word London, and I go, yeah, good football. It might not always be the case, but yeah, there we are.
Football, yes,
yeah, good football.
So I mean, that is still with that still being 0-0. Do you want to choose Olympians or Exiles?
I'm going to go Olympians.
Olympians, T. That's you and me. I don't think there's any others that are Northants.
Yeah, you're going to do it. Don't worry.
That's all right. You do it. I just saw it. I was like, oh my. Northants.
Russian TD. No good for the PA team. Back to the kicking. Back to the kicking conversation.
Thank you very much, David, and thank you very much to Darren Walker as well. Looks like they're starting to pull away a little bit now from the Bombers, as Steve frantically tries to update the other scores. But yeah, we will rattle through because there was a tournament in Hertfordshire yesterday, women's contact. So the South East Division. Hertfordshire Cheetahs 40, Kent Exiles 27. That's a full time. London Warriors 57, Wembley Stallions 0. Hertfordshire Cheetahs, Wembley Stallions is no score on there. If anyone wants to shout up for that one, that'd be ace. London Warriors 58, Kent Exiles 12. There you go. So that's the tournament yesterday for the women's contact. Ooh, let's go back to who's
I should have mentioned this earlier because I thought he was David Francis, big OVE guy.
Is he?
Big OVE guy, big defensive coach guy. What's this?
You should know this.
Because that's it. I saw him like I know that profile picture.
Oh, there you go.
So,
controversial here.
Put it to Nick Benning. Is the answer to that question.
There you go. OVE would be best to look at merging under with the Knights. Look like a good organisation. Between them will be real good. See, in the past there have been other teams that have said you guys should merge. I know the big one that I know of you came from was the Pathfinders and the Bedfordshire Blue Raiders, and out of that marriage came OVE, the Eagles. But the theory here is you would jump in there with the Northants Knights. What are your thoughts with that? And be honest.
It's interesting to see just because like Northants Knights are obviously doing rather well. In this game this season, and like OVE, I love OVE, but we can't, I can't sit here and say that we're doing well sitting at 0-4 or 0-5. I think it's 0-5. But I think merging after this season probably isn't a good indication to do so, to merge, or really even think about merging. Like, don't get me wrong, if there keeps being a disparity, then I can understand where that might come from, that particular thought process. But interesting.
Well, you say you're 0-5. Is it 0-4, 0-5? But this isn't.
Yes, 0-5.
Proper. You can't really say that you're 0-5 because it's not a genuine season. If you'd have had a full pre-season, you'd had it is proper within a league, it might be completely different. So it's odd to say. And I know it's a weird thing to say on Gameday Live because we're reporting on what's been put out there, but it's not a proper season. This is more of a COVID season, so who knows? OVE, given a full pre-season, given if people are sitting this one out because it's not like a proper league season, if you get maybe some players back in a proper pre-season, you might not be so. It might be a much different story. But we appreciate anything that people throw up there, anything in the comments. We'll happily discuss it for you. For anyone that wanted to look at it, Johnny Wise has put up the Coach Kelly on a Britballing podcast in association with BAFCA. It's if anyone wants to look at that, they can flip over to Britballing, or they could stay with Gridiron Hub, which is a much better platform. Biased, yes, don't care. There we go. We'll flip over to the scores on Hootsuite. Birmingham Bulls. There we go. Knights 25-0. I think we've had that. Oh, Leeds Bobcats 0. Doncaster Mustangs 18. There you go. It's a bit of a shame, but good on the Mustangs for bringing it back. Shame for the Leeds. Seem to be struggling a little bit. Message from Mikey Gray. Northants Knights doing so well. It's no surprise to me. Had this season been a real year, I would have tipped them to go up. Very astute organisation. Fair play. We've got another one. This guy knows. This guy knows because he's part of the driving force that got the Alphas going from nothing to where they are now, doing really well. Matt Lawrence, Northampton merged with Bedford years ago in the 90s. And it was the death of both teams. Well, there you go.
Else says no. Oh, this is big from the East Anglia division. There
you go. You go nuts. Go nuts.
The Norwich Devils coming back 12-13 to the Cats. That is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Obviously, I'm not sure because I don't have the game in front of me. This might be like the most in danger the Cats have been in losing a lead, or in fact losing a game. That's very interesting, especially considering that I have Norwich next week. So, but yes, interesting, very interesting.
You're just like, can we just not roll them? Can we not take out all the players? Oh God, I don't fancy this next week. This is going to be brutal. But yeah, so we will nip over to Hootsuite and see what we've got over there. Still 12-0. The Bulls leading in the second quarter. Second half about to kick off for the Essex Spartans. And that is effectively all we've got so far. Rushmore Knights 14, Sussex Thunder 0. Again, I've the one. I know Steve's not here, but I really, really, really wanted. Is that the one where you had the head coach was playing for the Thunder? He's suiting up and playing a little bit just so that they had enough players. So I know he's had some fun with the PA Knights and the Farnham Knights after that. I think that's right. But yeah, I'm going Thunder all the way for that. But yeah, it was a waste of time because they're getting beat so far. There we go. Northampton Nightmare merged with MKP unofficially back in 2009. MKP then merged with Bedford. That would be full circle. I don't think it would work for either team though. Fair shout.
And David knows a lot more about the workings of OVE than I do. So I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree with him. I'm gonna agree with the coaches. We got an is that a new scoreline? Cool. It's just been updated. Black Knights still scoreless against the Bulls, who are leading 12-0.
Yeah. Let's there we go. All right, there we go. So PA to MH to far. MH. What was MH? Steve, what was MH?
Yeah, so MH was a sponsor. So PA was a sponsor, Personal Assurance. Yeah. MH was a sportswear brand that then sponsored us, and then at the time they so Baffert changed the rules on team names a couple of times, naming conventions. So you were able to be called a sponsor's name and then your name. So they were the PA Knights, and then they had to be changed to the Farnham MH Knights. So it was location, sponsor, team name, and then after that they were the Farnham Knights, and then after that they're now the Rushmore Knights. So
there you go. See, I remember
MH was just a sponsor that we had. I think it was a 1 year. That was when we had an all white kit. That was quite. Nice. You got to be good when you're playing a white kit, and we were. So
just saying, bit good. Just winning stuff.
We had players like John Wise, and man, he was unreal. John Wise on kick return or any punt special teams return, it was a pleasure. We used to there'd be like, so it was like John will get the ball, and then 10 lads need to just smash everyone else as many times as possible. Because John's going to dance around six people, so we've just got to block enough people for him to not, for him to get round. And man, he broke something like 12 special teams records that year for the Knights. It was unbelievable. Like one of my favourite seasons I've ever played. It was awesome. But that was the MH year. It was a bit odd because the Knights were gutted that they lost the PA sponsorship, and then they got this MH dude in, and it like the guy that owned the company was usually there, like usually at the training and at games and stuff. That was a bit odd, but yeah, it was cool. We broke those records in 2007. Yeah. 2007, John. Yeah, I think you're right. John will know. He knows dates really well. 2007. Jesus.
Feeling old yet, Stevie?
Hey?
You feeling old yet?
Yeah, that was so 2007 was the season we went undefeated. And it was quality. Great year.
07
won the championship.
Nice. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying. Got a ring. Just saying I got a ring.
Sorry, take the lid off. You actually got a ring for those?
Wow. So I've got a problem with this, and this is going to be controversial.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's what I tend to be here for.
It's all right. I've thrown 3 grenades in. It's fine.
I believe you shouldn't get a ring unless you win the big one. Unless you win Britball. The Britball, as in what the Warriors and what the Blitz keep, and the O's have won, and Tamworth, right? In my time as a British player. I don't see that you should get a ring for a Div 1 or a Div 2 win. Now, I've won Div 1 twice, and I've won Div 2 once, I think, all with the Knights. and I've got a ring. So the Knights have won Div 1 3 times, and they got a commemorative ring that was like for all 3 of those times. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's like each year, and there was only one player that actually played in all 3 of those years. I was one of like 2 players that had played in 2 of them. So I do have a ring, but that ring is, we got it the year that we won the 3rd championship, which was about 5 years ago now, when we beat the Thrashers in the final, in Div 1 final. And I still, even though that one technically isn't a Div 1 ring, it's a commemorative one for 3 wins, I still think it doesn't mean anything. You like a ring that, you know, you get a ring when you're the big champ. Like that's how I see it. However, what the one thing they did do with it, so the Knights have a lot of the Knights players that I know from when I first started, they've got a European League ring because they got to the Euro final, but they lost, but they got a ring. They got the 2000 and what year did they win it? 2004 champion when they won Britball, and they've got a some of them have got Hall of Fame rings where they've entered into the minor league Hall of Fame. All of those rings are gold, but the Div 1 championship ring is silver. So that was like that was one of the decisions they made as a club, was like, yeah, we'll do a ring for this, but we're not going to have it as a gold one because the gold one's for like the top tier stuff that we've done, as in IFAF, Hall of Fame, you know, winning the big show. So I sort of I'm at peace with it. I do have a ring. I've got one myself. I don't know where it is, but
you don't know where it is.
No clue, mate. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really.
Oh,
it doesn't mean anything because I got fantastic memories of it, and I believe in that final I played my best game I've ever played, right, against the Thrashers when we won it, and I'm really proud of it. But do I need a ring for it? Like, no, I want a ring when I win the top one. So, and I know that's going to be controversial. You're probably going to get people in the chat going, no, you know, that's what I believe, and that's sort of like that's how I sort of approach it. I never took the ring after I did 1 win. Kind of wish I did though. Ah, Dave, you can have mine.
Sorry, he's just throwing them out there now.
Yeah, so I got well, it's funny because at the Knights they did they had this option where you could get a ring, and then you could also get like a pendant. So like if you wanted to get a pendant for your other half, which was almost like if you just took the top of the ring off and flattened it, it was like just that bit. So I remember I got my missus a pendant, and I think my mum as well. So I ended up with like 3 boxes at the awards night. But yeah, I just sort of, I don't know. Yeah, I just like, for me, I just think you should only get a ring if you're like the top boy.
Fair is.
And if you win Div 1,
what
are you? 21st, 22nd?
Just so we're up to date on scores.
What was that, Ted?
Just to update some scores.
I can see there's 10 comments coming in.
Birmingham
So
Bulls.
I imagine there's loads.
Birmingham Bulls 19-0. Alex Rossler returns it to the house. Extra point is good. Doncaster Mustangs 31-0. Fake extra point, no good. They're all talking about their rings and trophies, and I simply can't comment. I've got no experience in getting any of those.
Do you know what, right? I've got,
yeah,
and I need to get them from my mum's house, but I've got a box of trophies from when I played when I was a kid in Virginia, like different tournaments, different levels and stuff. And those mean more to me.
Monarchs.
Yeah, no, they were called the Mustangs. The main team I played for was the Mustangs. And yeah, I like looking at those trophies and thinking about those trophies more than I do the stuff that I did as an adult, like the memories of. And I've got loads more. For some reason in America, man, like they just dish out trophies all the time. It was great. I remember I played like a Father's Day tournament. So it was like one-off game. It was an all-star game. So like you had to like be selected and all that, and there was about 5 weeks of training leading up to it. But it was literally just one game, and we won it. And after the game, I got 3 trophies, like one for winning, one for getting defensive MVP, and the other one was for hit of the game. So I was like stood there with 3 trophies. It was like the best thing ever.
Have you seen me?
So, but yeah, yeah. So if I think if I look at like all of the, and I've got like trophies from like the Knights, like Players Player, Special Teams Player of the Year. I won that 3 years running. And like yeah, they're cool, but for some reason, like my ones that I won when I was a kid, like mean a lot more to me. I need to get them out actually. Probably put them up here so everyone can see how great I was.
Hey everybody, come look how amazing I am.
Look how good I was.
Oh god, like I say, I've got bits and pieces, but like you say, they gather dust because it's not like now. It's a previous past life when I played for those guys. Look at those. There we go. Adam Pearson saying on there it's still 0-0 at the Exiles. Wow, what a game that must be. Proper defensive shutout right there. Touchdown to the Essex Spartans. Josh with the running TD 2-point attempt is also good. 22-0. Fantastic. Birmingham Bulls.
What game's that?
Essex Spartans.
Cool. I'm going to drop off and do some score updates.
Okie dokie. And the other one was the Birmingham Bulls, 19-0 over the Black Knights. Crikey, oh blimey. But yeah, so 0-0. That's
that's it. After double turnovers in the first.
Yeah, that's a proper defensive matchup there. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll refresh because I think Handsome Stevie is in the background. Producer Steve now, he's no longer he's doing all his bits and pieces in the background. We'll rattle through the scores. Yeah, Edinburgh Wolves 13, Glasgow Tigers 0, Northumberland Vikings 6, Darlington 0, Lee Miners. We're not sure what's happening, but the Romans are rolling them. Donny 18, Leeds 0, Northampton Knights 25, Lynx Bombers 0, Scunthorpe Alphas 0, Nottingham Caesars 24, Leicester 23, Sandwell 0, Colchester Glads 14, Ipswich 0, Norwich Devils still 12, Cambridge Cats 13. So sounds like a cracking of a game because the Devils are slowly coming back. Birmingham Bulls, I think that was just updated. Exiles Olympians 0-0. What a cracking game that must be. Not to play in. You see, this is it. Is if you're a defensive player, a 0-0 game, it must be a kind of a great thing to be involved in. But as an offensive, I'm an offensive lineman. I think you are as well. You're just like, just do it. You're blocking, you're doing your bit. Yeah, come on. And again, come on, someone please just score something. Even either way, it's just a grind.
It's one of those games where like only people who really, really love football can get into a completely scoreless game.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's hard work, but there you go. Leeds Bobcats 0, Doncaster Mustangs 25. That's popping up there. And, well, we've just had that bit from Jack Sharp, Donny 31, Leeds 0. Thank you very much, Jack. Producer Steve must be in the background going, huh? What? So we'll try and confirm that for you. Start of the third quarter in Ipswich, the Cardinals 6, Colchester Glads 14. As soon as we know. So Cornwall 12, Jurassic Coast 0, Cornwall with the player ejected earlier on. The Rushmore Knights 14, Sussex Thunder 0. Come on, Sussex, with the head coach playing offensive line. The Thunderbolts East Kent finished 62-8 in favour of the Mavericks. East Essex Sabres 0, Essex Spartans 14. And the game of the week, the Cheaters London Blitzby should have kicked off by now, but we've got 0 scores as yet. Oh, there we go. Boom. Humber 8, Nottingley 0.
Come on, Nottingley, get back in it. It's only 8.
It's only 8.
Come on.
I think you must be outside of Nottingham. You must be their biggest fan.
Probably
There's not
am.
many people. Yeah.
Mate, I don't know why. Come on, burning lines on the field. Come on, amazing.
It's when it goes wrong and you just burn the entire pitch. It's just gone, and you're just like, you go back to the rugby club going, we've had a bit of a whoopsie, not gonna lie. From Dean there, been part of a 4-0 win. Oh, what a game that must have been. A couple of safeties, and you're like, that's no fun at all. If you're playing, especially if you're playing offensive line, you're just like, come on, somebody do something. It's no fun. There we go. End of quarter 1. Still 0-0. First half, is that Adam? Sorry. Olympians driving. I actually backed the O's. So did you. It's Stevie that's back in the Exiles. So yeah, we'll nip over to Hootsuite and see where we're up to. Yeah, that was it. Just popped up from Exiles. No, you're right. End of first quarter. Exiles 0, Olympians 0. I do apologise. Adam Pearson, you were correct. It's the end of the quarter 1. I thought they were into the second quarter. Blimey, that's me told. You know what? This is an interesting question to get into, and it's one that I may ask producer Steve to jump in. We'll just do that quick one from Brad. Northumberland 24, Darlington 0. If producer Steve is listening in, I think he's still got his headphones on. I know this is an odd season, but do you think BAFA should look at team performance this year to consider what division they should be playing in? Producer Steve.
It's interesting because you've got the teams that have overperformed, like we talked about earlier, the Chester Romans, for example. But there's too many variables on this season to be able to say that's a solid. That team is going to be the same next season. So, like for instance, I'm not playing this year, and the reason I'm not playing this year is because I didn't want to play in a non-competitive league. For me, the commitment was too much to play the game, to be away from my family. And that's why I didn't do it. It was like, I'm just going to play a bunch of friendlies. Who cares? And I think that will be the same for other players, right? There'll be other players that have got different reasons. And I'm not saying I'm, a massive impactful player or anything, but there will be teams that are missing players and missing personnel or missing commitment levels, and that will impact how they, their performances. So you can't, like for instance, right? Let's say the Warriors get beat by the O's the next time they play them. Would that mean that the next season the O's are better than the Warriors, or would it mean that the Warriors are missing some players and the O's managed to get one up on them? I think this season you can't judge anything off this season. It's just participation, and I like I said, there are a couple of teams that are really standing out now and that provide food for thought with that, like I said, the Chester Romans and the Nottingham Caesars are doing really well. Humber Warhawks are doing really well. But I don't think it's enough to actually, while there might be one or two teams that that might be worth looking into, I don't think it's enough to say that a team is going to be as bad as they were next year, because I would expect all teams to get better next year. Well, not all teams. A lot of teams get better next year because they won't have the issues they've got this year. So I suppose it works both ways in terms of, if a good team beats a bad team and a bad team beats a good team or whatever this year, it actually doesn't matter because you're not seeing like the best of every single club. So that's why it's hard to turn around and then say, well, based on what we did in 2021, this is how 2022 should look. I think, yes, we probably will need to make those decisions, but after next year. Need to see how next year plays out. And if you've got, if the Romans, for example, are like smashing everyone, but don't win a bowl game and don't qualify for the Prem, there'd probably be a case there for them to, for there to be a restructuring. I think there'll have to be a restructuring within the next couple of years because of the standard of football between a lot of the clubs will have changed. So maybe that's a better answer, is that it might be that a restructuring is required rather than sticking to the structure that we left and trying to fit teams into that. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction based on what we see in 2021 to try and organise teams accordingly in 2022.
Because that's what I was saying about Tebs about OVE. If you'd had a full pre-season and had all of your players, how do you think you would have got on this year? Would you been better?
Yeah, I feel like it's with every team, especially when I'm new coming in. Experience playing with a group of guys always lends itself, and as I said to Steve last week, I can definitely see an improvement on OVE week on week. So I do think that having a pre-season helps. And one thing I will say before I get back to the scores is another thing to consider is there are teams that have dropped out of this year due to COVID, not wanting to play, not having enough players, and things of that nature. So players from their side have gone to other places, and like those players, they very well could. They might love it. They might stay, but also they might not.
No, but that's what I was saying. It's a valid thing. It's like, as Stevie says, you're not firing on all cylinders, and there's teams that have dropped out that have said not for us, and that's it. And I just wanted to bang it up there. As Matt said, I'm not saying it's right, but it's a question. It's a cracking question, and it's a legit question. But the problem is because, like I said before, it's not a proper season. It's like a COVID-built season so that people could have some football. It's hard to say yes because some teams may have dealt with a shortened season much better and done better like prep during COVID than other teams that they may have just been dropped on the toes. So no, it's a cracking question. I'm all about that. But yeah, we'll fly back into the scores. Thank you very much for jumping on, producer Steve. I just knew I knew he would have opinions.
Now we've got some scores to read. Chester Romans 69. Very nice. Lee -6.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is absolutely crackers. Could they actually get to the Hundy? But you've got to wonder that's 6 by Lee. Did Chester turn around and put it in themselves? But good on them. Wolves 30, Tigers 0, showing us the class there. Sandwell 0, Leicestershire 30. Blimey.
And for Mick Wing, who asked, are there any score updates in the Bournemouth Bobcats versus Selden Thrashers? Thrashers 12, Bobcats 0.
Zip. So there you go. So that final score that was up on the BAFA website for the Romans for the Miners, that wasn't right. Or was that
absolute nonsense?
You know what they need to do? They need to get a third person on a paid contract. Sorry. Samara Clack in there. Knights 14, Sussex 7.
And there's an update for the Ipswich Cardinals Colchester Gladiators game. Colchester Gladiators 21, Cardinals 6.
Ooh.
Still doable by Ipswich.
It is in the third quarter now, but it's 3 scores. But one of those is a 2-pointer.
Now, I'm not sure if we have clocked this one. Birmingham Bulls up by 26-0
over the Black Knights.
That was from a hot minute. Over the Black Knights. That was a hot minute ago, so that might have changed. Or we might have said it earlier. I don't know.
Who knows? It's all right. Just keep throwing them out. There'll be people out there just with the this, in the background, maybe driving about a bit, listening to us. So it's always handy to keep rattling through the scores because they go,
Oh my
yeah.
lord! Oh my god! Have you just seen it? 76-6, Chester Romans, Lee Miners. They're closing in.
It's a great number.
Good number.
It's a great number. But 76-6 is terrifying.
Jack Sharp, what is that score? Is that I'm not gonna.
Is that Leicester? I don't know.
Not a clue.
Spartans in the red zone again, 22-0, third quarter. For Spartans.
The Knights seem to have got another touchdown over the Lincolnshire Bombers, 31-0. It seems that my words of encouragement earlier simply didn't help.
Donny Leeds. Got you. Super. See, they're correcting themselves. This is fabulous. You don't need us. You don't need us.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, we're just here just to make up the numbers. Knights go for it on 4th and 5. Number 84, Gordon rushed for the first down to move the chains. First and goal from the 7 for the Northampton Knights. This is super live. There we go. Let's see what we've got. Crikey, blimey. It's now getting crazy. Just let producer Steve update the score so we can rattle through. I know he's got 1,000,001 different things he's got to update, but you can just see all the scores down below here if you want any update on where things are going. Whew. But yeah, 76-6 from an absolute legend of the game, Simon Wainwright. Big loves. Generally one of my most favourite people on the entire planet. It's fantastic. He's not enough people know about Simon Wainwright, and he should look him up. Romans 55. He was fantastic. Now he is the Cheshire Bears coach. Don't care. I'll shout him out all I like. There we go. Northampton Knights score update. Number 12, Rizzuto shows. What a great name.
Rizzuto. Good name.
Rizzuto, solid name. Throws to number 87, Porter. Caught in traffic for the score. 2-point attempt. No good. Knight 31-0. Sorry, Lynx Bombers. But cracky blimey. You. There we go. So let's go through it because we've had some changes. Jesus. Bobcats 0, Doncaster 31. They're starting to pull away a little bit. Humber 8, Nottingham Raiders 0. You never know. That's just one TD. One TD and a 2-point.
Exactly. It's still able. It's still doable. That's all that matters.
Are we still keeping the faith on that one?
Always.
There we go. We're they're the burnt in lines.
You said, mate. This will be coming to an end. But Nottingham Raiders win. This table that everything's resting on, flip it.
It's gone. That's it.
Easy flip. Easy flip.
It's just an absolute disaster. It's getting flipped. It's carnage. We clothes are coming off. We could streak straight across this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we're still 0-0. Kent Exiles at London Olympians.
Very interesting game.
One thing, anyone at the Cheetahs London Blitz B, if there's any updates on there whatsoever. Leeds Bobcats 6th, Donny 31. Just showing that one up there. Just run through these.
Oh, the Romans have not managed 100. So
is that
it's full time at 76-6.
Baffer, the gift that keeps on giving. The ladies and gentlemen of the events medical team there, who will be at the Schneider Cup. These guys should be there, and God bless them. It's cold compresses all round, and let's hope that Lee Miners get back safe. Raptors. They have scored a safety. Raptors 2, Monarchs 12. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a big fan of anytime someone scores a safety, as long as it's not against me, because you're like, that's a D working hard. Oh, but it's one of those moments of when you see, say, if it is against you, there's an offensive lineman, you go, oh, who let him through? But yeah, so we'll rattle through and see what else we can bring. Oh, crikey. Nottingham Caesars has just tweeted, I don't know if you've seen them, third QB takes the field. A 19-year-old rookie called Thomas, I want to say George or Jorge, depending on which way we're going through it, driving us down the field. The Caesars appear to be on their third quarterback. And we have someone live in the field in Tamara. Are we bringing her on, Producer Steve? Yeah, there we go. Hi, Tamara. How are you getting on?
Hello. Hiya. Knight's just scored, and the extra point is good.
Hey, there you go. So what scores that then?
21-7, I think.
Oh, fantastic. How are they looking today?
Not too bad. The heat's kind of affecting everyone, I think, because it's very hot.
Fair play. Will they still be able to hold their own?
Oh. Sorry, fiddling with technology.
That's all right.
Yeah, we're looking good, so it's kind of looking like a Knight's going to win either way, but just a few odd mistakes have got the touchdown for Sussex. So
fair play. Is it true there? Because I mean, we heard earlier on in the stream the Thunder's head coach is actually playing today.
So I heard those rumours as well. I haven't seen him play. As far as I can see right now, he's on the sideline. I don't think he's going to play. Nice try, I guess. But
that's all right. All you need, all I was going to say is due to the old classic thing. I think Steve said his name was Ian Ellis. Just shout onto the pitch, Ian, and see if someone turns around like that. You're on. That's usually my way of doing things. But yeah, so otherwise,
he's on the sideline, unfortunately.
Very poor.
Lower numbers, definitely.
But is it looking like it could be, cruising this one out, or is it, is Thunder still got a chance?
No, this is going to be a cruising, definitely.
Super duper. Well, it's a little bit jerky, but yeah, we can see the lining up. Go on, do something, kick it.
Go on, boot it. Oh, go on, I'm ready.
We're invested in this now. There we go. That's slicker.
Let me put the tripod down.
That's not what we need, Steve. There we
right.
go. Thank you.
There we go.
Leave you to it. I'm not nowhere near the tripod now.
It's all right. Go on. Let's see some magic. We're fully invested in this, ladies and gentlemen.
He returns this.
Go
mental up in the good home studio.
We riot. Yeah. Hang on, we're in our own homes. Don't ruin the illusion. Well, he's down. No great return, no John Wise style return all the way to the house. That
was
thank you.
Wasn't it, really?
It was a little bit, but we were with it anyway. We didn't care. We were there for it anyway. But yeah, thank you very much for bringing it. We'll stay with you for a little bit, and then we'll rush off and do some scores. We'll just see how it is. I mean, viewers at home, you may need to sort of like zoom in a little bit, but let's see how they're looking. We've
just got an update from the Olympians Exiles game. Well, I think it's Ken Exiles. 3-0. The defensive deadlock has been broken by the Olympians.
3-0. Lots of shouting.
And a punt return for the Knights against Lincoln. 38-0. Bombers still nothing.
The other Knights. Oh, here we go. Things are happening, and things have indeed stopped happening. Well, thank you very much for that, Tamara. We will, if you want to stay in this bit. I don't know if it'll drain your battery too much, but if anything else happens,
I'm fully charged today, so it should be alright.
hey. But yeah, if you stay in the green room bit, producer Steve will remove you. We'll bring you back on if anything happens, if that's okay.
Yeah, see you in a bit.
Smashing, see you in a bit. There we go. Oh, it's me. I'm massive. So yeah, so
Let me just give one quick update. Northumberland Vikings with that 38, with that return, it's now a running clock for the Bombers.
oh dear. But yeah, good on them. I mean, I know you're probably kind of like, but yeah, no, Knights seem like a pretty decent setup.
They certainly do. You know, it's I can only imagine that the Bombers are sort of going through the same woes as Ouse Valley. You know,
Sof Day there with the update that we saw 676. Whew. But yeah, so let's see if there's anything else to update you. The big one again is Exiles 0, Olympians 3. Now you see, 3-0 may not seem like a lot, but we've been watching this one, waiting for it to explode. And they're going to be like, it's going to be an offensive battle, and 0-0 all game up until this point. So 3 is a big deal. Whew.
So quick question: do you think Chester Romans 76-6? Do you think they're unhappy that they let them score 6? Would they have liked the clean sheet?
I think when you've scored 76, I don't think anyone cares.
Very good point.
I think you let them in. Like I say, at that point, are you just giving someone the ball and you say, "Go on, you've had a good get. Go on, you can have one. It's all right, have one." And then they kind of go, "Well done." And then they score another 20. Any update on the Alphas? Please stand by, Gavin. I will rattle through all of the scores as we go. Edinburgh Wolves 30, Glasgow Tigers 0, Northumberland Vikings 6, Darlington Steam 0. We saw Roman 76, Lee -6. 8, Warhawks, Nottingham Raiders 0. We're hoping that Nottingham with their burning pitch does something else. Doncaster Mustangs over the Leeds Bobcats 31-6. Northants Knights 38, Lynx Bombers 0. Scunthorpe Alphas is the one you were asking about 0. Nottingham Caesars 24. Sandwell Steelers 0. Leicester Falcons 30. Ipswich Cardinals 6. Colchester Gladiators 21. Norwich Devils still 12. Cambridge Cats 13. Worcester Black Knights 0, Birmingham Bulls 26.
That's now been updated. It's now 32 to the Birmingham Bulls.
32. Birmingham Bulls over the Black Knights. Blimey. Poor Black Knights. Lewis O'Brien playing for them. Well, maybe not playing, maybe standing on the sideline and wondering why he's not on the pitch. That's why you're getting beat, darling. Kent Exiles 0, London Olympians 3. Jurassic Coast got that safety to make it 2, but Cornwall Monarchs still winning 12-2. Bournemouth Bobcats 0, Solent 12. I would have thought that would have been more by now, but still. Rushmore Knights, not PA, 21. Sussex Thunder 7. East Kent beat the Thunderbolts earlier on in the game. Day 62-8. Essex Spartan 22. Essex Sabres 0. Still nothing for the Cheetahs. Blitz B. Oh. Yes. Knights 38, Bombers 0. Oof. He's right. That is a big defeat. How did I... Jurassic Coast Raptors 2, Cornwall Monarchs 20. Ooh. Well done to the Cornwall Monarchs. And the other one up there, like you say, Birmingham Bulls 32, Worcestershire South 0.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you go. I'll let you.
No, you can't really say much of that. But here we go. The things are happening. Oh, here we go. Come on, the Steelers. Make magic happen. Here we go. Oh. He's dropped. He's running. It's frozen. Oh no, he's back up. He's not quite
Essex Spartans. The Essex Spartans twin us directly, punting on 3rd and 25 from their own end zone. Nice punt on 3rd. Very nice.
on
Go on,
third.
Britball. On 3rd and 25.
Super duper. Good job, Samuel. Here we go. Onside Productions. What a fantastic bunch of people they are. Again, shameless plug. I don't care. He's passed it. Has he? No. Indication by number 6 there is definitely not, but let's see what the referees have to say. No. But they are very close. But we can't rely on number 6, although as much as I'd like to, I'm sure he's a very knowledgeable gentleman because he's on the pitch. Here we go. Let's see what they do now. Is this third down? I'm guessing it's third down.
Yes, no, I don't know. It just says 3rd at the bottom of the screen, and I've misread it.
The problem is I'm not going to lie. As I kind of lean in here, I'm aware I look even more gormless than normal. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at it, he's got it. He's taken it. He's scrambling to the right, and he is swamped. Oh, and a little bit of potential afters there from the Falcons to make sure he is most definitely not just down, but down, deeper and down. Yeah, so this must be 4th. Are they going to play the odds, or are they going to kick it? And we've just had
we've had one more update from the Northants Lincoln game at Lincoln. Still 0. 35-yard touchdown run from the Northants Knights at 46-0.
We to go back to Mikey Gray's comments of 38-0. Oof. This is like a double oof with cheese on top. Right, this looks like they are going for it.
Oh, interesting.
The quarterback's having a little look around. He's having a think. He's calling out an audible. And the ball is in. He's handed it off. And he's down. No. He is absolutely swole. That is a fantastic D there by the Falcons to unfortunately eat that gentleman. So there you go. That must be. They're staying on though, so maybe that wasn't 4th. Maybe they got the first down and they're carrying on. There we go. Johnny Wise there, knowledgeable as always. 3rd, quarter 3. Yep. Oh, we're turning over. And there we go. That's the end of the live stream. Steve has kicked it off. We have half time at Sussex. She gave us the update before, and it looks like the Knights are going to cruise to a victory over them after 28-7. They're rumbling now, and the not PA Knights should rumble. We go, and then Bread, Northumberland 32, Darlington Steam 0. It seemed quite close early on, and I think they're now just pulling away. They found their extra gear. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've just seen that now. TD from Tom Atkinson to Peter Carlin, 2-point gun. 2-point good. Pass from Tom Atkinson, caught by Sam Ilsley. Score 22 for the Cornwall Monarchs. But we had that earlier on. There we go. Oh, here we go. Now we're in the 4th. He's got it. He's going to pass it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's good. Very nice.
The referee there, the line judge on this side with a flourish, he went up and double pump. Not just one, it was a double upward motion to say, well done to Sandwell for scoring 6, even though you are getting beaten 32-6. But God bless you for trying. What else have we got? Nothing so far. So we'll see if they get this. I presume you'd obviously be going for 2. They're having a chat about it. They're coming out. Right. Hold on to your underpants. Let's see if we get this 2-point. Oh, he's going to pass it back into the end zone, and he's dropping it. It's no good. So that remains. Oh, there's a flag. Flag on the play. Flags. Referee's having a chat with another referee. Wondering what they're having after the match. I'm all for Indian, but I think some may prefer Chinese. Or maybe McDonald's. Who knows?
I was going to say, Mike, after a game like this, what would you have afterwards?
KFC, straight up. No messing about. KFC. Something to. I mean, it depends. Are we winning or are we losing?
Give me both. Give me both, Mike.
If I was, hang on. Let's just see how this pans out, and then I will give you my my post game snack.
While this play's going on, we've got an update from the Edinburgh Wolves, Glasgow Tigers. Edinburgh lead 37-0 against Glasgow Tigers.
There we go. Oh no! Hooray! We've got it. No, and it's no. The signaling no good. Anyway, so if I was on the losing side, obviously it's got to be KFC. KFC is fabulous for me because I eat it and I know exactly what state the toilet's going to be in the next day. Every time. It doesn't matter where I eat it from. It's like, I'm going to have the Screaming Wildies. Just the situation. But if we win, it's Burger King, so I can have one of those little crowns and feel like a king. I don't care. I'm 38. Fight me. So we've got Sabres punt again from their end zone on 3rd and 45. Did you get the point where they're just like, we just don't want to play anymore. You're going to boot the ball at you, so you have it. We don't want to play. It's 3rd, nah. Get rid of it. But at 22-0 down, that's kind of odd. It's kind of strange, but there we go.
The Mustangs game has gone into halftime with a 31-6 lead for Doncaster.
Doncaster. There we go. So yeah, but no. How about yourself? What's your post-game food of choice?
Well, obviously, because after the Eagles season, I've not been able to discern what would class itself as a victory meal. But with the Lincoln Colonials, there was always one what do you call, not service garage? What do you call them? Rest stops. Always
Service
had the
station?
Burger King service station. They always had the Burger King. The line was out the door. You needed to rush in there. So it's Burger King. And, if we've lost, you don't deserve it. Go to M&S, get yourself a depressing little sandwich. There you go.
There you go. Other food stores are available, but XL Bacon Double Cheeseburger with a large fries and a Fanta. Norwich Devil 12. Cambridgeshire Cats 19. It was 12-13 for a long time, and now it's Cambridgeshire I've put another one on the board. So let's see what's happening in the world of Twitter. Doncaster Mustangs posted up their leading tacklers. Josh Coleman with 5, Joseph Canseco with 4, and James Cameron with 4. Matt Dent has also chipped in with an interception, but the defense are yet to register a sack. I like that. That's informative. I'm a big fan of that. Thank you very much.
That's a good stat line. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
If only there was a site to put all these stats on. Weird.
But now I used to like when I played D tackle. There was always a player. I don't think he's not involved in the game anymore. He was fantastic. A guy called Jason Wilcock, who after a tackle would just crawl inside the pile, and then as everyone was peeling off, he'd be the last one to stand up, and he'd go like that. I got that tackle, and everyone go like, well, here's a stat for Chase Wilcock. Yes, Sam. But the funny thing was, is he'd come in so much later and just dive in. TD pick 6. Oh, come on. 52-0. Now it's just silly. Oh, hang on. Watch the space. We will be rolling out stats for the clubs.
Sorry, Steve.
That's all right.
So, how many levels of oof are you going to give a 52-0?
I think there you go. Northants will be dining at onion rings the lot. Even was there kind of their version of McFlurry? Is that called an avalanche, or am I talking bollocks there? I know they do have their. Is it Crush'ems?
I don't know what. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's KFC Crush'ems. But yes, no, I get what you mean.
You're having
lots of
who cares? Yeah, you're having all of the food there.
And one of my friends who's at the Norwich game, Cambridge got an 85-yard pick six against Norwich. So I'm not sure if that was the score that just came in, or that's going to come in shortly. Why hasn't he not been telling me the stat lines for the whole game instead of just right now?
I like that. Matt Lawrence, I'll be having a number of beers in Spain for North fans. You have those number of beers in Spain for North fans, and you enjoy them. Spanish beer, big fan of. San Miguel, even if you drink it at home, it tastes like holidays. I like to confuse myself, close my eyes, drink it, and then have the shocking realization I'm still in North Wales. It's great. Yeah, Ben, we've had that. 76-6. Terrifying. There we go.
Ooh, we've got a score.
What's this? Are you on about your pal at the other game, or are you talking about the?
No, sorry. I meant this game. Sorry, I do apologize.
Yes, that's all right. There you go. Cheetahs 7, Blitzby 0. That's halftime, and that is the Gridiron Hub game of the week. So that is very close. Good shout. Solent 19, Bournemouth 0. You got to be thinking they're going to start cruising now. And we've got this update from Mikey Gray. Alphas 0, 27 to the Caesars now. Field goal. Superb. Right. I've just realised as well I've been giving out the old score, but I can give you the new scores now. Edinburgh Wolves 37, Glasgow Tigers 0, Northumberland Vikings 32, Darlington Steam 0, Lee Minor 6, Chester Romans loads, Humber Warhawks 8, Nottingham Raiders 0. Leeds Bobcats 6, Doncaster Mustangs 31, Northants Knights 52, Lincolnshire Bombers they're not having Burger King. Scunthorpe Alphas 0, Nottingham Caesars 24, Sandwell Steelers 6. We saw that score. Leicester Falcons 30, Ipswich Cardinals 6, Colchester Gladiators 21, Norwich Devils 12, Cambridge Cats 19. Worcester Black Knights, Worcestershire 0, Birmingham Bulls 32. Kent versus Exiles versus Olympians still 3-0. Jurassic Coast Raptors 2, Cornwall Monarchs 20. Bobcats 0. Solent Thrashers just scored. Sussex Thunder 7, Rushmore Knights 28. So there we go. And Thunderbolts 8, East Kent Mavericks 62, East Essex Sabres 0, Essex Spartans 22, and the Hertfordshire Cheetahs 0. Was it London Blitz B? I know it only just went up a couple of seconds ago. 7. The other way around. Cheetahs 7, Blitz B 0. Which is a shame because I got Blitz B.
And we've got an update for the Bulls Black Knights game. No score, but the Black Knights have recovered an onside kick to start the second half. Brave. Love stuff like that.
They're doing something. They're still having a go. God bless them. Oh, blimey. Big win. Come on, Solent. Turn the afterburners on now. Well, 19-0 up, you'd think they'd just be thinking, let's just cruise. Let's just cruise. Anything happening on the live stream there, producer Steve, or is it?
No, not much. There's a lot of just milling about. I don't know. It's like they not want to play football. I don't know what's going on. Every time I look at it, I just see people in between plays just strutting about. All right, so right, Samwell have got the ball. They're roughly on their own 25, 23-yard line. I don't know the down and this. Oh, I don't. Yeah, it looks like it's 1st and 10. Oh yeah, it must be because I just saw a punt. So yeah. Oh no, they're punting, so it definitely went first down. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe this is the opposite strategy to the no punt strategy. Just punt.
Punt on first.
Only.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. So I'll let you know if we get into the red zone or anything happens. But it's the game seems to have petered out quite a lot. It's 30-6 to the Falcons. I imagine rotations going on now. It just feels like everyone's waiting for it to wrap up. No one's got any sort of killer instinct to. Although the thing is that's what does my nut about the. Like when backups come on, surely backups should be like, right, I'm going to stake my claim here. I'm going to now go and score some touchdowns, or I'm going to do what, like, bringing backups on should bring in, like, you know, like a rejuvenated set of people that are, like, trying to prove something. But, everyone just seems a little bit lethargic, sort of jogging about. It's like...
Turn into Pro Bowl.
It's the most uninspired game I've seen. Well, not game, just, like, quarter. It's the 4th quarter. I don't know how much time's left. But yeah, it's just sort of. I think the game's concluded. It's just everyone's waiting for the time to stop. Yeah, I'll let you know if anything happens.
Smash it! Thanks very much, Stevie. There he goes. So well, yeah, it's been an odd game, odd day for some absolute monster blowouts, and some really, really, really tight matches. I mean, 3-0. That's pretty tight, and Cheetah 7, Blitzby 0. There's some, you know.
I just looked, and I know this is the most unreliable source we've got, but BAFA's live results website has a final score. So again, take it with a pinch of salt, but it has Humber 16-0 as the score, and the score we've got is 8-0. So it could be that it could be that that's the final.
16 or 6.
16, yeah, 1-6. So.
Oh right, I was like 60. I was like.
Yeah, so it was updated 8 minutes ago. I don't know how true it is. I'll see if I can find out. But yeah, I won't change our thing until I get a better confirmation. But yeah,
it's all right. Apparently on theirs they've got. I think it's sort of like, you know, the London Crows versus the Manchester Spartans or whoever they were. You know, they're still playing today or something. Hooray for Baffa! Sorry. Again, welcome to the controversial updates brought to you by
in the Baffa jar. In the buff, you have to put it in the Baffa jar.
That's it. I know. I think I've racked up about a £5. I mean, if anyone's keeping count on how much I've just slammed them, let me know, and I will donate it straight into the Amelie Fund. I don't care. Right, okay. We've got Birmingham Bulls 1 minute ago. I've just said Ross Martin with the pick as Black Knights go for it on 4th down. So, come on. End of quarter 3 for the Cambridge Cats. Cats 19, Devils 12. Whew. So, yeah, odd day. What a day. I'm just kind of going through the other bits and pieces. But the Bulls flexing on the Black Knights, although they are going to try for it on the 4th. Yeah,
also,
if anyone's...
just a quick shout out to the Birmingham Bulls social media team. Great job. Keeping us updated on, like, not even just scores, but great plays that come up. Great job. Keep it up. I wish everyone was like this, but great. Keep it up.
Yeah, just let us know what's happening, and then we can shout it out, and then put more people tune into you, and yeah, you get more followers. But yeah, it's been a wild day. Let's refresh. Effectively, ladies and gentlemen, this is all we do: is we keep blasting all this. But Edinburgh Wolves 44, Glasgow Tigers 0. Now where's my little piece of paper for that one? There we go. We did our little predictions before. Wolves, Mike, Tigers, Steve. I know producer Steve is still in the background. I know he's smiling, but I also know that he wants to punch me head in. Don't care. Wolves.
I've just had an update from my man on the ground in Norwich. Norwich have got an interception.
Oh,
so that I believe 12-19 game could be getting a bit stressful for the Cats.
Well, there you go, because everyone's going to start. We must be in the fourth quarter for a lot of these now. But yeah, we will keep refreshing. Jurassic Coast Raptors have just posted up, and that's the game. Raptors defense balled out again. The offense continues to splutter, sometimes working, sometimes not. Monarchy, 20 Raptors 2. A couple of weeks off now. Then our final game away to the Somerset Wyverns. But yeah, so well done to the Monarchies. Steve, I don't care. I'm going to keep calling it the Monarch from now on. And yeah, so we are slowly coming into the sort of like the last quarters for a lot of these. Let's update. 44-0. Wolves over the Tigers. Any shockers from today? Not really. I kind of, the way I think a lot of people, the close games that we knew were close, the big blowouts that we, that were going to happen, the ones that we were both sort of on the fence were, is about right. The Warhawks, the Raiders, we just thought that would be a humble rollover, but 8-0. Here we go.
Good. Just had a really good play from Samuel to get down into the red zone. So let's watch this.
Oh, here we go. Oh, pass, roll, things. Yes. Touchdown to Sandwell.
Interesting.
Super. Well done.
My editing skills are just unreal.
That is fabulous. This is NFL Red Zone right here. Who needs all the glitz and glamour of the NFL soap? You just need Gridiron Hub for all your Britballing needs, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to go for it. I believe we're going to go for 2. You've got to. 12, 13. Why not? Here we go. Pistol. He's got it. He's going to pass it. Is he? And
it's good.
He's got it. There you go. Super duper. Well done, producer.
Almost cutting the score in half, Sandwell, in the fourth quarter.
There's the head coach there looking quite smug. God bless him. And so he should. He's done well there. Just walking across going, told you to score. I know. So he did. So let's have a look around the Twitter sphere, and we'll look and see if there's any more scores to give you full time. Northants Knights going for Burger King. Lincolnshire going for KFC. Or the other way around. Who cares? They do pay a steak. They can choose whichever fast food outlet they want to eat from. They may have a roast dinner saved for them, made for by their mums or partners. But that's full time there. So we'll start, ladies and gentlemen, as the rest of them come to a close. We'll be able to give you some full time, but I think the rest of them are still coming in. Here we go. But yeah, the only full times ones, so obviously the Romans, East Kent Mavs, and now that one. So we'll keep an eye out for you. There we go. Toby with the pick. Bulls ball. 20 yards out. So the Bulls with an opportunity there, 20 yards out to go for it again. There we go. Monarchs 20, Raptors 2, and that is another full-time score. Good on him. They've been lovely folks. We'll be sorting out the beach flag tournament for a couple of weeks away. Decent fellas. Good bunch of boys and girls down there. So we'll see how we're getting on around the world.
Well, Mike, why don't you tell me about the beach flag tournament?
I can do. In a couple of weeks is crikey, how many we are now? I think we've got 10 teams from all over the place. We'll going down to Watergate Bay. We're gonna basically it's over 2 games. I tried to get on to Fistral, which is the famous one in Newquay. However, I was told that it would be damn near impossible, so we should go and play on Watergate Bay where there'd be a bit of space. The only problem being is you've got to play on the wet sand, so I've got to go and mark it out, make sure it is free from stones and all that. And then according to the tide table, about 2 o'clock, I've got to run away from the tide and clear the pitch down so we don't get wet. But yeah, it should be good. I think it's the first one. Again, I say this, it's the first one in the UK. Same as the Canadian one that you're involved in. Oh my! But yeah, should be a good do. But I will report back to obviously the home of American football in the UK, Gridiron Hub, and there has been a touchdown in Leicestershire, 36-14. Producer Steve, if you were watching it, we just saw the gentleman celebrating in the end. What happened?
Yeah, I only caught him running in. It looked like a long play. It looked like about a 60-yard play. Hopefully, we'll see a replay of it, which is why I brought it up. But obviously, they're going to do the one pat first. So let's just see how we go here.
One pat,
Just an
2
update
pat,
on the Olympians game. While this is going on, Olympians 3-0 at the half. That defensive game still almost deadlocked. Olympians breaking with a field goal.
Thank you very much to Adam Pearson for that. I think he's the only person letting us know what's happening.
Hopefully they'll do a replay. Do they do replays on? They do replays on Onside, don't they? I've seen replays before.
I'd imagine so. Onside Productions for all your streaming needs. Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Matthews,
They're
God
the
love
boys.
you. Yeah. If you need streaming, you call Onside.
37-14 there. This woman here, the woman in the red hair, she's got loads of tattoos on her shirt on the other. Look, all down her. Just thought I'd point that out. Covered in
Thanks,
tattoos.
Steve.
Well done. Well, whoever you are with the red hair and covered in tattoos, well done.
We've seen it. We've seen it.
we see your tattoos, and I raise you none because I'm a big horse. Yeah. I am still at 38 nay tattoos. I keep saying I'm going to have one, and I've always wussed out.
I only got one. I've got a Batman one on my wrist.
Fair
and
play.
My 2 other mates have got Superman and Spider-Man. So we got like, matching tattoos or complementing tattoos. So yeah, which was funny. Everyone always thinks I really like Batman, but it's not really. It was to get like a matching tattoo with my mates.
Did no one want to take on the Green Lantern? You know, or
we looked at loads of different ones, and the only reason I picked so I was playing for the Knights, and he's the Dark Knight, so that was the reason for the. But yeah, now like I get bought Batman stuff all the time for like my family. My kids get loads of Batman stuff.
It's on your chair, isn't it?
Yeah. My chair's a Batman chair. Yeah.
Well,
so
I've got a quick update for the Cambridge.
No, we're talking about Batman.
Get him off! Bloody rubbish!
The Cats have increased their score in the fourth quarter by scoring another touchdown along with a successful 2-point conversion. So I think that. What's that?
I love how we're trying to do scores and then Batman, superheroes, yeah. Let's talk about that. And I was like,
Steve, you can come back now. I've finished doing what I was doing.
No, I just wanted to. So yeah, I want to get a full sleeve tattoo next. That's what I want to get.
The problem is for me,
like a really colourful one.
Is I wanted to do. Back in the day, I wanted the Chester Romans logo.
Oh no, that's the worst logo in Britball.
Well, I wanted that, and then I was gonna have the Thundering Herd logo. That's
a cool logo.
It's a bit of a cool logo.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure. What this is all about, but yeah, I don't know. I always kind of keep thinking, oh, that looks good. I'll have that, and then I go, nah. I might have the Giggle Pig logo on me. Why not? That's a terrible logo. Oh, it is woeful. Bless them. Falcons,
What's our
37.
latest score with Solent?
I know
We've not
the
had an update for
Solent were
Solent.
winning.
1 minute.
19-0, yeah, it's 19-0. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they were winning, and surely Ollie is now on the sideline with his phone in his hand, calling us. Surely soon. Ollie de Reuter, Gridiron Hub friend, and all-round oddball. Again, Ollie, if you are listening, because you seem the kind of guy that just won't care. Just like, whoa, what's happening?
Score. I think I've got a new score. Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Here it comes. Here it comes.
oh. Sorry, got overexcited.
There you go, gents.
Oh, wow. Norwich Devils 12, Cambridgeshire Cats 27. Oh, Johnny Hodgson and Russ Paulson in the middle there for the linebackers for Cambridgeshire, doing the numbers, making sure they don't score anymore, and doing the bit there for the Seahawks. Sorry, the Cats. Smashing. Told you I'd drop it in every so often, Steve. You can't stop me.
I know. Tamara's back.
Oh, Tamara's back.
I'll
Let's get her on. Oh, he's gone. She's back. What's happening? Other way around. Not me. There you go.
So first, second and 12.
Oh, here we go.
No, it's almost scored. So I was like, right, I'm going to quickly run on before we actually score.
That's all right. Smashing.
It's going to wait.
Give us the commentary as we're coming in. We're both highly invested in this now.
I think we're all invested.
It's a timeout. Timeout
Is
in
it?
the quarter.
No, I think it was just a huddle.
Oh,
okay.
we'll break it. Here we go. Second down. While we're here,
Just while we're watching. Oh, you do it, Mike.
Bournemouth Bobcats 0, Solent Thrashers 26. Was that the final score for the Bobcats? I think they're still playing, Mr. Chamberlain. I think that's an update rather than a full time. I think they're in the fourth, yeah, but they're. Here we go. Oh,
there's a fight kicked off.
Is there? Oh, laying down the authority there.
Yeah, there's a fight just kicked off.
Oh, super duper.
Go closer to the fight.
Yeah, on the side of the pitch.
Fight.
Come on, Tamara.
Don't, because I would. I think the coach got involved in that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, coach.
I knew I'd made one. I've got a big juice right here. Look at that. Smashing. Sorry, this is
Right.
simple things while we're waiting.
Liam's asking about, is that a final score for the Bobcats? No.
No,
Just
we're
the
still
latest.
saying. It's all right, producer Steve, all over it. Oh, what's happening?
Yes! Touchdown!
Touchdown, nice. What happened?
He wanted to call him Farnham. That was a pass into the end zone.
Oh, smashing. So what does that make it? Is that
34.
Yeah.
So 34-7.
34-7.
So just going for extra
No,
point.
no. Just seen a tweet from Northants Knights handing out free donuts at Burger King today at Gridiron Hub 1. Very good. That's what we like to see. We got another update.
Caught it.
The Vikings 44-0 over the Darlington Steam.
Was that
So that was good, and it's 36 now. 36-7, not 36 now.
Yeah, well, it's all right. We'll scrub a point off. It'll be fine. 36-7. Thank you very much, Tamara. Much appreciated. Again, Gridiron Hub, Red Zone Live. Massively appreciated. Well, again, do you want to drop into the... She's gone into the green room. Look at that. As if by magic. We're just making magic happen here on Gridiron Hub. So let's have a little rundown of the scores. Well, I hope Steve is updating them as we go along. I mean, you can always just, if you don't want to listen to me, you can just mute this and just look at the, just look at the ticker tape down there, because Handsome Steve is going to update this. He's going to update Facebook scores feed, and we're going to tell you anyway, because efficiency. You want football all of the time, all of the places. So let's have a look. Edinburgh Wolves pulling away 44-0 over the Tigers. Northumberland Vikings 32, Darlington Steam 0. Lee Miners trounced by Chester Romans 76-6. Nottingham Raiders. I mean, we've had no update on them, mate. You might still be in there.
That means they've won
8-0.
Someone tell me, someone over in wherever it is, home or away, I need the score. Hook the score up for me.
There's the full-time Essex Spartans 22, East Essex Sabres 0. We have Leeds Bobcats 6, Doncaster Mustangs 31. Northants Knights is a full-time 52-0 over the Bombers. Oof. Scunthorpe Alphas 0, Nottingham Caesars 27, Leicester Falcons 37, Sandwell Steelers coming back a little bit 14. Seems like more of a consolation score anyway. Ipswich Cardinals 6, Colchester Gladiators 21, Norwich Devils 12, Cambridge Cats 27. Starting to cruise now a little bit. Worcestershire Black Knights 0, Birmingham Bulls 32. Much love to the Bulls for their Twitters. Exiles Olympians still 3-0 to the Olympians. Very, very close game. Full time at Cornwall. At Jurassic Coast. Raptors 2, Cornwall 20. Bournemouth Bobcats 0, Solent Thrashers 26. They're just going to be cruising now. Rushmore Knights 28, Sussex Thunder 7. Full time from earlier game was East Kent Mavs 62, Sussex Thunderbolts 8. And a full-time, I've just called it out, of Essex Spartans 22, East Essex Sabres 0. And the last we apparently got is Hertfordshire Cheetahs 7, London Blitz B 0. But we only had that at half-time. Solent has just popped up 26-8 over the Bournemouth Bombcats.
And from my man on the ground in Norwich, Ryan Nussey, he says Cambridge have just scored the sexiest TD I've ever seen. Double reverse flea flicker. So Cambridge are sailing away. Norwich was looking good, keeping that 12-13 for a hot minute. But Cambridge have scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to make it currently 33-12.
A double reverse flea flicker. As a linebacker, you just stand there and just go, what? Oh. That's just cruel. But well executed if you can do it. Yeah, we will have a little... Bulls fail to convert on the 4th and goal, so Black Knights get the ball back. There's a final score there. Is Cardinals 6, Colchester Glads 21.
So it's just an update. The kick was good from Cambridge. It should be 34-12.
34-12. Well done to the Cats. There we go. Solent 26-8. Full-time at Edinburgh. Wolves 44, Glasgow Tigers 0. Yeah. That's a big one. 10 minutes old news, mind, but it's Alphas 0, Caesars 33. Whew. Sorry, Scunny. That's a not a great score.
We got the final score for the Cardinals Gladiators, if that's not come in yet.
Yeah, it's all right. Shout it out again.
It's Cardinals 6, Colchester Gladiators 21.
Super duper. So yeah, we are going to be rattling through all of the full-time ones, apart from the later starting ones. How are they getting on the live stream, producer Steve? Is it anything happening, or are they sort of giving up a little bit again?
Yes, similar to the update I gave about 5 minutes ago. Just sort of not much in it. The balls, both sides seem to be running the ball a lot. So just chewing clock up. I think that's sort of. Yeah, it's the fourth quarter. No idea on time, but yeah.
So that point now, you're just like, we don't care. Nah.
Just waiting for it to finish. Yeah.
Yeah, just finish it off, but everyone can get to their fast food vendor of choice.
Yes.
Whether you win
Steve,
or lose, you're gonna have some.
I was going to ask Steve what his ones were for win and loss. Where's he going?
It's all right. It's all right. I will update.
I don't punish myself. If I typically, if I go to a services that's got KFC, that's what I'm having. Like I wouldn't.
And then,
I wouldn't have a bearing on the result. Like if we lost, I wouldn't think, I don't deserve this. I think, no, I'm having a fucking KFC.
that's because Steve never loses.
Yeah. No, I lose occasionally, but
I was going to say, how often? It's not often, is it?
don't know. Well, I don't know. I should try and calculate my win-loss record.
I thought you were going to say, I can't remember the last time I lost. I was like, that's...
No, I had one losing season at the Knights when we were in Div 2 the first time. And that was 6-4, 4-6. And I was gutted. Because I'd never had a losing season. But then after that, we won and then like went from Div 2 to the Prem.
Just saying. Saying. Well,
anyway,
there we go. We've just had that in from Mikey Gray and Alphas TD to make it 6-33. But it's one of those where, I don't know, you score it and you go, yeah, we scored. Yeah, no lost. But there we go. And that is the full time. It's 33-6. Yeah, sorry, Scunny. You that's you taking a shoe in, I'm afraid. But yeah, so all of the full time scores are coming in now, and they'll all be updated if you want to catch them now or if you want to catch them later on Facebook on the thread there. We will see if there's anything left to tell you. There you go. From the Nottingham Caesars was their little update. The final score 33-6. Gutted to not get a shutout, but a great result for a game with plenty of rotation, including 3 different quarterbacks up the boys for the Caesars. Well done. 32-0 is the latest score for the Bulls. Third quarter over. They're into the fourth now. There's the full-time Edinburgh Wolves. Northumberland Vikings, Darlington team should be coming to a close soon, surely. There's still time. Nottingham Raiders. They're only 8-0 down. Donny 31-6 over the Leeds Bobcats. Northampton Knights, Links Bombers, a full-time score, as you know. Nottingham Caesars, Scunny Alphas was 33-6, the full-time score. The Falcons 37-14. I would just seem to be just riding down the clock on that. Colchester Gladiators 21, full-time score over the Cardinals 6. The Cats 27-12 over the Devils. The Bulls 32 over the Knights 0. Kent Exiles, London Olympians. The last one we had was 3-0. If anyone knows any different, we don't know. Oh, crikey, blimey. There we go. Norwich Devils 12, Cambridge Cats 34. There we go. And if anyone knows what's happening with the London Blitz B and the Hertfordshire Cheetahs in the game of the week, let us know. Because I know there were a slightly later kickoff at 3 o'clock. But, yeah. All right. Rushmore Knights 36 over the Sussex Thunder 7. And to be fair, I know the Thunder they postponed and then they've come back with there was apparently not, the head coach was meant to be playing, but he's not playing. But the least they've turned up and they've had a bit of a go. And we all know this is a bit of an oddball season, but at least they're trying to play. We finished the mighty Giggle Pigs finished with 16 players, with me having my first run out for 3 quarters middle linebacker. And the reason I was kind of shaking my head at the double reverse flea flicker is because Causeway Giants did that to us, and I just stood in the middle and went, there's nothing you can do. You just go, well, this isn't fair. So, me at linebacker. Never know. Next year.
Who'd you play for then next year?
I don't know. Is my genuine answer. Oh, we've got the adverts. There we go. No, I don't know. I'm a bit of a free agent.
Let me tell you about
for the NI Razorbacks, but we'll see. We'll see about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be arse flying over to Belfast to get battered every week. But
let me tell you about Uzo Valley. Let me tell you all about him.
Well, you're only 2 hours away. You're not a flight away, which is fun. Producer Steve, was that at the end of the Leicester Falcons game? Was it then?
Yeah, and then they went to adverts just as I shared it.
I was like, very good.
Losers.
Well, if he had a go. That's the thing is the Steelers, was it Maxwell? He took a year out to have to look after his kiddie, and they just seem to have
was he
gone
only
to
taking
pieces.
a year out? I didn't realise that. I thought he'd gone. Like,
I don't know. I may be wrong, but I
Yeah.
thought it was a year out because he's recently become a dad, and I think he was like, "Nah, I need some time out to look after my kiddie," and then I don't know what's happened. It's gone, but it just goes to show if you have a quality head coach, it makes such a difference.
yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, and obviously he's showing his class there of what he can do. So yeah, we will keep
Just trying to see what
refreshing.
else there is.
That's
Knights
right.
52. Knights 52. Did the Knights win 52-0? Yeah, they did.
I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah.
Against the Bombers, yeah.
Wow. Sup, guys. Sup, Bulldogs 92.
So
Sup.
Twitch. That's the problem
Love
with
Twitch.
well, that's probably because it flashes up on Twitch. We don't know names.
Yeah, I know.
Bulldogs
you only get
99
usernames on
too.
Twitch, yeah.
Yeah,
The
you're
same-
like,
The same with YouTube. You only get a username. It's all right, though.
yeah. Well, thank you. We appreciate you joining in. For all the updates.
What are we... Right, so let's just have a look at the scores.
Well, let me just give it. It's now full time at the Devils Cats game. So Cambridge Cats undefeated, Norwich Devils lose, and we can see if they can bounce back
12-34,
next week
right?
against. Yep, 12-34 seems to be from my man on the ground, and let's
Full-time
see if the Devils
score.
can bounce back against OVE. No, they can't. That's the answer to the question. No.
Well, you actually haven't won a
Wild
game
levels
this
of
year.
optimism.
What?
You haven't won a game yet, have you?
No.
Brutal.
Wow. Fucking do something. Score points.
Yeah, we're
Right.
going to win. Yeah, that's what I said.
So, right, I'm going to read out the scores that we've got in this full time that we know. So,
Go on.
Edinburgh Wolves 44, Glasgow Tigers nothing. Lee Miners 6, Chester Romans, the mighty Chester Romans 76. Northampton Knights 52, Lincolnshire Bombers 0. That's a painful one for the Bombers there. Scunthorpe Alpha 6, Nottingham Caesars 33. Samuel Steelers 14, Leicester Falcons 37. Ipswich Cardinals 6, Colchester Gladiators 21. Norwich Devils 12, Cambridgeshire Cats 34. Jurassic Coast Raptors 2, Cornwall Monarchs 20. Sussex Thunderbolts 8, East Kent Mavericks 62. East Essex Sabres nothing. Essex Spartans 22. That's the big result for me so far this weekend. That's the big result.
Nil. Zilcho.
Yeah, holding the Sabres to nothing is it like this year? Last year it was like 2019 that was fine, right? Like, but this year, like they've turned it up, and that's a great result for the Spartans, I think today. And so those are all the full-time ones. Right, so let's look at. I just want to read out the ones that we're pending. So, guys out there, if you hear any of these,
Someone
you know
give me
about, and you know if they're
Raiders
finished or not,
score.
let us know. What's that, mate?
Nottingham Raiders. I need the Nottingham Raiders score. We've had no updates for so long.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I had that. I found 16-0, didn't I, on the BAFA website, which I can still see as the final score put in there. I was trying to look around on different social media platforms because between Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, teams have got different things they update, which is a pain. Anyway, so the scores that we don't have final scores for are, or the games that are still going. The Northumberland Vikings 44, Darlington Steam nothing. Humber Warhawks 8 or 16. Nottingham Raiders nothing. Leeds Bobcats 6. Doncaster Mustangs 31. Worcestershire Black Knights 0. Birmingham Bulls 32. Kent Exiles nothing. London Olympians 3. Bournemouth Bobcats 8. Solent Thrashers 26. Sussex Thunder 7, Rushmore Knights 36, and Hertfordshire Cheetahs 7, London Blitz 0. So that's quite a few games that we don't have final scores for or updates for. Have we got anything come in anywhere else that we know of?
No, we're waiting.
I've got
now.
Leeds score again against the Mustangs, so 31-14 there.
Ah. But yeah, this is if anyone out there is knows someone that might be at any of these games, give them a shout and just say, how'd you get on?
Monarchs Raptors, it was 20 to the Monarchs, 2 to the Raptors.
Adam Pearson coming in hot with new scores. Olympians 9, Kent Exile 0. PAT yet to come.
Right, let me just get this stuff updated. Leeds is now 14.
It's all right.
Oh my god, was I that bad today?
I don't. Yeah,
I was awful. We'll have to add them up at the end.
I will. I will message you in a bit and let you know how you got on.
Oh, 9 with a pat to follow. Okay, cool. So, Adam, let us know the pat, mate, once you get it.
Yeah.
Sir, he must be talking to you, Mike, because you are.
I am a knight.
You are a knight.
A genuine knight, Sir Michael, of somewhere we're not allowed to talk about yet. Well, we can talk about Sealand, but we're not allowed to talk about. I'm not allowed to talk about the shenanigans that's going along with it. Pat blocked.
PAT below.
Pat blocked and run back for 2.
We are waiting. It's on you, Adam Pearson. No pressure.
Did we know if the Cats was final? Yeah, we did. Okay.
Yes, we did.
There we go.
Man on the ground, Ryan
No.
Lassie.
Was it wrong? No. It was not.
Cool.
So, I mean, what are we in there? Is that the fourth quarter or the third? Or what are we up to? Still quarter
Q3.
3.
You got to answer that. Right, where's the...
What's Sealand? Never heard of it. Well, it's an there we go. It's an anti-aircraft battery 7 miles off the coast of Suffolk. The more you know. With Prince Michael Bates as the as the top cheese there, and I'm just a lowly knight. Count Carl Rugen is his excellency, and I believe this guy will eventually, when he pulls his finger out, be a duke. But that's
I'm headed for dukedom.
That's it. But that is something that we will release forthwith. Right, so we'll take to Twitter sphere and see if there's anything out there.
I'm gonna check some social media accounts. Oh,
well,
cool.
we've got.
I've just had it
Mustangs.
confirmed from my web developer that the Uniball fixtures are loaded onto Gridiron Hub. Let's have a little look.
Yes. Give me Uniball.
Look at that, they're there. Let's show everyone.
Mikey Gray. We'll kick it out soon. Don't worry, darling. But let's look at some Uniball fixtures.
So you can see here in our left
only
margin,
that-
that's where you can mess with I don't know if people know this, but we've got loads of scores available, and you can come here. Oh, the Madden Leagues I need to remove, but you can see NFL and Britball scores here. So I've gone to Uniball in week 1, and you can see all the different. I haven't looked at this yet, by the way, so I don't know if there's going to be teams that don't have a logo, because I know we've got some new teams. There you go, Aberdeen Bulls. I knew there'd be one. I need to fix that, but yeah. And what you can do...
If only there was a Gridiron Gameday live for Uniball. Man, what an idea.
So Teb is going to be the host, one of the 2 hosts for the Uniball one. But yeah, you can also come here and check the game weeks. I'm going to test this out now, and you can hopefully it will jump to the fixtures for week 4. There you go. Look at that. And you can also click on the league name. So let's say click on Bucks Premier North, and it will show you the entire league with a league table and all the fixtures and all the results. There you go. Look, we thought of everything. This is all getting revamped soon. Actually, it'll look better. But
Look at that.
there's quite a lot of functionality on our website that people don't know exists. But cool. We've got the Uniball stuff on, so I'll do a post about that probably tomorrow. But at the moment it default. If you go to the homepage, it'll default to Britball and then the current week, and then on so the scores will be in tomorrow, and then on Wednesday it will move to week 10. So it all does it automatically. So there you go.
There you
It's
go.
good to see. But yeah, pretty soon what we're going to be doing is adding, essentially like score stream. So you'll be able to be at a game and add the score as it happens, so you don't have to worry. So I won't have to update this stream and everything else. It'll all go to one location, and then we'll pull from that location, and people will be able to just check the scores. So hopefully, obviously, that's reliant on people updating them. But yeah, that's like our next step, is having it like centralized so people can update scores, and we get like live updates and stuff, which would be quite cool. So
There you go.
And then Mikey obviously knows a lot more about the rebrand and what we're doing soon. Oh, he's gone. He'll be back. He's fed up.
No. Yeah, it's for you guys to know and for me to find out.
Hey, mate.
That's all right. I censored myself. Apparently that was clearly what Mikey knows things. I was like,
Yeah, and then he just went boom. Yeah.
My internet is right.
How, well, Mike, what's your honest opinion or reaction to the layouts I've shown you of the website, the new website?
I think it's fantastic. I think it is going to look super slick. Again, I am trying my best to dance around the, any sort of brand name or anything like that. But I think it's going to look slick. I think it's going to be handy. It'll be easy for a lot of people to get. And the good thing is American footballers love stats. They love looking at themselves. They love looking at stats. They love looking at other teams' stats and finding stats and information about it. And when it goes live, you're just going to have a plethora of information stat outlets, and you'll go, I want to know what that guy did, but I want to know what he did last year, and I want to know what he's going to do next year, and then I might go and join that team. Let's see what that team's like. Yeah. It is massive. But it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so but essentially, guys, that like we're using Britball as the blueprint for the website. So we're trying to figure out, this website is not just for American football. It's going to be for multiple sports in multiple countries. But we're solving for Britball first, so that we one, provide value to Britball, but two, figure out our business model and how to go to market with it. And no better way of doing that than the sport I'm closest to and have got, I don't know, that's not influence over, but I've got knowledge of and understand massively. So and like what Mike said, the idea is that we pull stats together, resources together, and there's like Mike said, you'll be able, based on the data available, you'll be able to sort of go back through years ago and look at stats and film and game programs and news reports and whatever else. So the idea is that every single game that's ever been played will have its own web page with the potential to have anything uploaded to it, and then any game from when it's live forward will also have stuff like live chat. So there'll be chat logs. So once people have started talking about a game, that information will be available as well. So there's lots of stuff coming up. We're quite excited about it. It does change. Gridiron Hub will still do media stuff, but it will also focus a lot more on facilitation of sport and helping athletes and helping teams out. So looking forward to it. It won't be called Gridiron Hub either. No, we're not going to let you know what that is.
The boys, they've not done it. They have not done it. Humber Warhawk 16, Nottingham
It was
Raiders
16.
nil full time.
It was
that
16, right.
Madness. What a surprise.
It's all right, Stevie. You were right on that one, but then again, so was I.
We got that. That's cool. At least I got one right today. Jesus. Right, so let's look at.
Thank you, Chris.
Tamara's back.
Thank you for that score update.
Is there another fight tomorrow?
No, you missed another fight.
Oh wow!
There's been 3 fights so far. Knights have scored.
Has anyone been ejected?
No
one's been ejected, but I think there should have been. But I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh, here we go.
Comment.
You just did.
Oh, well.
Oh, he missed it.
Missed.
He missed it. So the touchdown was our second string QB. We're running it down the side. I think it was a 12-yard line into the end zone. It was a good touchdown. Everyone went mental.
Everyone went mental.
Everyone
Love it.
How happy they all are. That's my team.
Good on them.
So what's the score tomorrow?
A lot to nothing. No, a lot to 7. Not a lot.
So, the last touchdown that was scored.
I'm very dehydrated.
Was the PAT scored after the last touchdown?
There's no points after.
Okay, so it's 42-7.
42. So you can work it out.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's loads to not many. That's all.
Yeah,
Well, let us know if there's another fight. All right.
I'll try. The last one I didn't really expect, but yeah, it kind of got a bit heated. I think Sussex are getting a bit annoyed and a bit frustrated, so
Are
that's
they?
why the fights
Brilliant.
are kicking off.
Really, go and prod them a bit. Wind them up a little bit. Let's turn this into the UFC.
I think it already has been the UFC, but you know.
Well, thank you very much for coming on. That was brilliant.
I'm
Oh,
sure I'll be back again with another score.
Cool. Cheers,
Potentially.
Tamara.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Oh,
it's you.
Big Steve.
I love this. You're welcome, but unfortunately, I'm the Rangers special teams coach. Oh, mate, we're sorry. We were cheering you on. We were hopeful, but no. Sorry.
Let's see if we've got any more scores.
Well, you picked Humber Walk. So you got to have dedication for the picks.
I don't.
I mean, I wouldn't have bet the house, like maybe a small house on Nottingham, a very small house on the smallest house on Nottingham Raiders.
But now it was who was going to win. We didn't realise that there was actually some sort of there was emotion behind it. Otherwise, I might have gone right. I do that. That's for the times I've been on. I've gone. I don't care. I like that team. I want them to win, and then lose.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear. Right.
It's not great when you have a betting show and you did that like once a week. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff.
This is it. I don't care. I thought what was it? I thought EKP were going to win. I'm going to ride that forever. And EKP won.
New site looks good. Something like that. You haven't even seen it, Mikey. I'll send you a couple of screenshots of it, mate.
He's a good egg.
Actually, I'll do that right now, and then we can get his live reaction.
You do it, yeah. I love this sort of stuff. It's he'll be sat there. He's like, oh, and then we can, This is live.
This is real.
Okay, I have got a score update for Mustangs leads Bobcats. Doncaster Mustangs lead 43-14. Tom Noon scores again for Doncaster. That's all I've got so far.
What's the score?
Coming to the end. For Doncaster lead.
Yeah.
What are you asking me?
It?
Doncaster 43, Leeds
43, Jesus.
14.
Okay, that's two scores that I didn't know about. Jesus Christ, they're doing well, Donny.
A Leeds field goal fall short, and a heads-up play by Joseph Canseco as he returns the kick to the Bobcats 9-yard line.
Nice. All right, hold on.
See, that's my sport. That's my sports anchor voice. So congratulations.
Yeah, you got to brush up on it, mate. Because Uniball, mate, I reckon there'll be tons of people watching it.
I'm ready for it.
When does it start? October, isn't it?
I think. Well, I'm not sure when the league starts because I think we talked about this last week. So I checked. I know that I
can check because I've got I've got the fixtures on my website. Yeah, 31st of October.
What's the website called, Steve?
It's called gridironhub.com at the moment.
Okay, cool. I was just getting the plug-in. Yeah, I thought it was the 31st. People are going to watch this while I should be probably at work, but they give me Sundays off, so even Halloween, unbelievable stuff.
Hi. Not gonna lie.
Hi.
Not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a bit of a slight worry that one day I won't post in the private chat. I'll post in the comments. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, and everyone will be like, yeah, thanks for the update, mate. Nice one, lads. But there you go. So, what did I miss? Anything?
No, I'm just gonna send these screenshots to Mike.
Oh, he's gonna love them.
I'm just taking the name of the site out.
Oh right, okay.
So like the header and the footer.
editing. Ah.
Yeah, I'm just cropping the name out. I think I am. It's probably written somewhere that I can't see and he'll find it, but
Oh,
it's not
Jelly
the end of
beans.
the world, is it? Oh,
So for the scores, Ipswich Cardinals, just a quick recap. Ipswich Cardinals 6, Colchester Gladiators 21, Norwich Devils 12, Cambridgeshire Cats 34 in the East Anglia Division. In the 7th Division, Worcestershire Black Knights get no points against Birmingham Bulls, who get 32. The South Wales Warriors versus the Hereford Stampede has been cancelled. For the London Division, the Kent Exiles currently 0-9 against the Olympians. It was a big defensive match, which the Olympians have capitalised on with 2 scores. The Warriors and the Blitz game has been postponed for the Southwest Division. The Jurassic Coast Raptors score 2 against the Cornwall Monarchs.
Monarchs. The
And
Monarchs.
The Monarchs. The Wessex Division, the Bournemouth Bobcats. Goose Egg, nothing against the Solent Thrashers at 26. That game is still going on.
no,
Sussex-
that's not right.
Why has it not got full time next to it? That's my fault. Okay, Sussex
the
under 7.
Bobcats have scored 8.
42. I'm just going by what it says on the screen.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't use that one.
No, well, the Caledonia Division, Edinburgh Wolves
There you
44,
go.
Glasgow Tigers 0.
There you go, mate.
It's all right. It's back to the start again now. Okay, we'll go back.
Well, none of these games have changed.
Gone. That's it. It's carnage.
That's my fault. Sorry.
It's
I didn't
chaos
update
and
the
carnage.
Bournemouth score.
No, it's fine.
It's bloody rubbish. Get him off.
Ruining my journalistic integrity. Unbelievable.
It's
The
all right.
Knights
We'll
have
wait.
scored as well, haven't they? The Knights are what, 40? Oh, it's on here.
It's all right. You know, I want to say 42. I want to say 42 just to throw it out into the mix.
Something like that. It is like 42, 43.
There you go. I win. What do I win? Fredo.
I think it is 42.
And I'm going to eat that Fredo live.
There we
Right.
go. Bournemouth Bobcats 8, Solent Thrashers 26 in the Wessex Division. Sussex under 7, Rushmore Knights 42. Making sure that's right. South East Division, Sussex Thunderbolts 8, East Kent Mavericks 62. Unbelievable. East Essex Sabres, no points against the Essex Spartans. 22 points to the Spartans. Thames Valley, Hertfordshire Cheetahs 7, London Blitz B 0. That game is still going on.
Final score for the Solent Thrashers 33-14.
There we go.
Cool.
Let me just put that
Right.
one in.
I'm going to tot some scores up on this one. Because this is obviously, all of these games, you know, they matter to someone else, but not to us. This is what matters. These are what matters. These ticket tapes. Right. No.
Right, so we're waiting for... I'm trying to just see what games we're waiting for to come in now. Northumberland Vikings, Darlington Steam, Bobcats, Mustangs, Black Knights Bulls, Exiles O's, Thunder Knights, and Cheetahs Blitz B. I reckon some of them will have finished, but we just don't know yet.
Yeah, that's the way it normally goes.
Well, Mike totals up the ticker tape scores for him and Steve.
This
Not
is-
here earlier.
This is his reaction to the screenshots I sent him.
See, stats
New website.
lovers. Stats lovers will love it.
Yeah. It's definitely. So, for those of you who don't know, I actually work for a database company, and the database behind Gridiron Hub, the website, is extremely sophisticated, and we built it like that on purpose. We don't optimize it just yet, but the idea is we move to optimization by where everything is linked and everything is clever, and there's machine learning involved and clever clever presentation of data and numbers and stats. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it going live. But yeah, I sort of, my approach to the whole thing has been an IT solution. Like, how do we make best use of IT for sport and for the sport of Britball, obviously in this instance. Hopefully there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that to come that you guys will like and make use of. Teb's gone. We just left with Tom Cruise.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know why
You
my
just look
camera
like
just
Tom
turned
Cruise.
itself off. Yeah, I
Turn
don't know
it
why I'm
on.
Tom Cruise.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just picks an avatar for you. But
Okay.
it is a Stato's dream moving forward. But the whole idea is that we make things easier for people and cool for people and give people more reason to come to the website and stay on the website. So, and the app.
Well, so are you ready for the scores on the door, Stevie?
Yeah, let's go.
So, we've got 2 outstanding, the Blitzby and the Olympians. I can see. The rest of them were the same. You had me because I chose the Thunder because I wanted to see the head coach win if he was playing. But no, it's not going to. 4-1 with 2 to go, where we're different. So, sorry, love.
Shame.
That's Britball. Anything can happen. I love how you're talking about how you do like database solutions and all that. I pick up penguins for a job, but when they fall over, looking at jets flying over, and they go like that, I pick them up. He's talking all this fancy stuff. This is why I have 1 laptop and you have 1,000,000 screens and 1 bonus screen.
I've still
Just
got
in case.
1 laptop that's just got lots of screens plugged into it. You can be the same. You can buy a screen, plug it in, it'll work.
But I don't use it otherwise. It's just
But you
I
would.
just have one.
You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe how amazing it is. The productivity goes through the roof.
There you go. I need to get more
Ooh, right,
productive.
I can see that a lot of teams have put stories up on Facebook, so I'm just going to have a quick look on, not Facebook, Instagram. So let's have a quick look.
Instagram, how many of those people are at the gym in Lycra? And how many of those people are having their dinner? That's Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
So the final score, the Cats 34. Have we got that final score for the Cats?
Yeah, I think so.
Does that come in as a full time? Yes, it has. Okay, so I can ignore that one. We got the Solent one. That's good. Come on. 52-0 for the Knights against the Bombers. We knew that. 44-0 for the Wolves against the Tigers. We knew that. So we've learned nothing. That's essentially what's what a waste of everyone's time that was. Is there any others?
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you can you count on me for pointless updates.
That's all right.
I just want to have a look at the actual posts now and see if there's any score
Any
posts.
hints and clues. The only things that we need, you and me, Stevie baby, is the Exiles, Olympians, and Cheaters and Blitzby, and then we can find out whether it's 4-3 or if it's 6-1. Like this
Doesn't
is
matter.
this. I know it does to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Right.
Tamara's back.
Fight.
No
Hey,
fight.
Oh,
It's the end of the game, full time, 42-7.
I like your face paint though. There you go.
Got it done.
Ah, thanks, Tamara.
Yeah. Final score 42-7. No more fights, luckily.
Wait till the handshakes.
Yeah.
It's
No handshakes. The handshake didn't happen.
really. Oh.
No handshake.
Oh wow.
COVID protocols.
All right. Yeah. I'm not gonna
No
lie.
handshake.
Fair enough.
I
But
do
yeah,
have to
thank
hand
you
it
very
back.
much for the
All the games
updates.
Cool. Well, thanks for that, Tamara. We'll catch up with you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Big
Bye.
loves. Well, yeah.
Like, it does make sense not to handshake. It does make sense not to handshake. We've done the handshake in all the games I've played.
Well, you're going to die now.
Well, to be honest, Steve, I already had a week. I already had a week off last week because my boss came in with COVID, coughing up the joint.
Oh, but
I had a few weeks off of it.
yeah, just one or two.
Yeah, I did you, Steve. You don't mention it.
Oh well, let me tell you. Do we know the Warhawks Raiders was full time?
Yeah. 14-0 or 12-0.
Right, should we call this one a day? Because we're waiting for like four straggling games, aren't we?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've done it. Do you want to do one last rundown of everything?
Me? Let Ted do it.
Let Ted do it. Get involved.
Let's put him on. Let's put him on the big show, on the big one. Look.
I'll wait for the score to come back around though.
All right.
So I haven't got the
Okay.
scores in
Yeah,
front
do
of
it
me.
on Facebook.
Do it on Facebook.
Open Facebook and do it on the Facebook post.
Yeah.
Can't believe you don't know the
Don't
tricks
give
of the
me
trade yet.
music for it.
Or do you want me to do it, and I will play us out with the national anthem? That's all right. You do it. Jump on Facebook and shout them out. Is he frozen?
It's like, where am I going on Facebook? What are you talking about?
The Gridiron Hub page. You know the main thing.
Yeah.
Jump on there. All the scores are in the thread. You can go top down.
Yeah, it's the pinned. We always pin it every Saturday and Sunday. It's the pinned post. Game Day scores thread is called.
There you go.
I'm disappointed in you
Am
for
I
not
an
knowing
idiot?
this step.
I'm an idiot. I can't even find it.
It's all right. It's all right.
Right, that's it. That's
I've
it. That's it. Mike's doing it.
Got it.
That's it.
That's all right. Edinburgh Wolves 44, Glasgow Tigers 0, Northumberland Vikings 44, Darlington 0, Lee Miners 6, Chester Rovers 76, Humber Warhawks 16, Nottingham Raiders 0, Leeds Bobcats 14, Doncaster Mustangs 43, Northants Knights 52, Lincolnshire Bombers 0, Scunthorpe Alpha 6, Nottingham Caesars 33. The live game, Leicester Falcons beat Sandwell Steelers 37-14. Colchester Glads beat the Ipswich Cardinals 21-6. Norwich Devils 12, Cambridgeshire Cats 34. Well done there. Worcestershire Black Knights 0, Birmingham Bulls 32. We're not sure if that's a full time. We believe so. Kent Exiles, London Olympians 9-0 to the London O's. Jurassic Coast Raptors 2, Cornwall Monarchs 20. Bournemouth Bobcats 14, Solent Thrashers 33. Sussex Thunder 7, Rushmore Knights 42, Sussex Thunderbolts 8, East Kent Mavs 62, East Essex Sabres 0, Essex Spartans 22, Hertfordshire Chiefs 7, London Blitz B 0. We're waiting for that to be a full time, but there you go.
Who do you reckon got result of the day?
I don't know.
I think.
Sorry, definitely not the Lee Miners.
So I think the best result of the day, but obviously we don't have all the results in, but from what we've got, I think Essex Spartans shutting out the East Essex Sabres 22-0. That's my favourite. That's a banging result for them.
It was. I'm just looking through all these. Cats Devils. You just thought that was a slight win, but that was a definite win.
But at one point it was close.
It was 12-13 for a long time.
Like the Cats scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter for that game.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah. Oops, we scored. Whoops, daisy. But yeah, I think most everything else. I mean, the biggest winners for today, like you thought, the Tigers might have had a shot. The Wolves just mauled them.
Oh yeah,
absolutely mauled them. And to be fair,
that's a big win.
I didn't expect that. I thought it'd be a win, but I didn't think it'd be that much of a win.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gladiators beating the Cardinals. That was a bit of a shocker as well. But again,
that's a good point. What about you, Ted? What do you reckon? Which one stand out for you?
For me, obviously I'm just being a bit selfish because it's the division that I'm in, but I still think.
Shut up! You're fucking gay. You can't pick East Anglia or whatever it is.
Okay. Well, in that case, Chester Romans leaders, 76. Like they allowed the 6, but the 76.
They allowed the 6.
They allowed the 6. They gave it to
Well,
them.
they did allow the 6.
Yeah, I know, but it's still unreal, isn't it?
Okay, United scored 6. There you go.
Cool. Hold on, let's see we got another comment. Someone said agreed. Good.
Steve Cox.
Okay. Well, who are we giving shout outs to today for being Dons? The people on Twitter. Who was good on Twitter today? The Bulls, the Mustangs.
Yeah. The Bulls were fantastic. The
Cats.
Mustangs were great.
Caesars were alright.
And anyone involved with the Sealand Seahawks, I think they would have done really well and would have done fabulously.
Good. Cool. Well, thanks everyone. We went a little bit longer than we normally do actually. It was fucking R5, but enjoyable. Cheers. Thanks to you two. I'm knackered. I'm going to probably go to sleep now for 4 hours.
Fair enough. You do you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not having a KFC.
I definitely.
Exile will score. Exile will score.
Yeah, but that doesn't. That just means 9-6, right? That's a 9-6.
Yeah.
Unless they've scored.
Yeah.
Punt return. 9-6. 9-6.
God, there you go.
Well, let's wait for Adam on the pat.
That'd be nice.
Imagine they go 9-8. They've had so many games that have been really close scores. The Exiles.
I love how we were nearly off the air.
Imagine so. Basically, this means, because everyone knows that's how football works, that the Thrashers could beat the Exiles.
Well, there you go. Britball logic. Britball logic right there.
Pat blocked.
Pat
blocked.
Pat
So
blocked.
9-6. Cool, guys. So I'll update the Facebook post in a couple of hours. I'll also get the score posts out as well. Thank you to you two for all you do for us. It's always fun. I'll enjoy it immensely, and hopefully you watching enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
But if you don't, I don't actually care. No, I do.
We do.
We actually love it. But guys, I know we say this all the time, but if anyone actually wants to get involved and join in with us, be a host or help us with the production or do the roving reporter or even just write articles or just anything to do with Gridiron Hub, get in contact. I don't bite. Mikey don't bite. Chris don't bite.
I can't promise that.
We're sort of looking for. I'd say like-minded. I don't really care about like-minded. Just people that have got opinions that don't mind talking about them. Because I wouldn't say that me and Oz are like-minded. Fucking Keys he's like the opposite of me when it comes to everything. But we get on well and it's cordial. It's just constant butting heads.
But I haven't dropped too many. I'm going to throw a quid in anyway. I haven't dropped too many Baffa bombs today.
No,
I think I'm only on about 6.
It's end of Q3, so there's a whole quarter to go in that game.
There we go.
So cheers to that, Adam. Keep us updated. Keep us updated on the scores post, mate, because I'll make sure I update that. But like I said, thanks everyone. We'll see you again next week. Contact us in the week if you've got anything. Mike, what's your word of the day?
Seahawk.
And Ted, what's your number of the day?
42.
Okay, bye.
Bye.